Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome alive here under the lights, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's right, Charlotte Motor Speedway here for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series. Qualifying is about to conclude here. We're about to go green flag racing. Well, as always, Joe 8 up here in the booth. Tonight, accompanied by Davis Richards here. Davis, how you doing?
Hey Joe, I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm ready to see these guys go out in Charlotte tonight and see who's going to win it. We got Cameron Hearn starting on the pole with Jake Nichols in second. If it's anything like last night, it's definitely going to be a crazy one.
Man, absolutely, man. This track last night was a thriller. 33 thousandths of a second victory there for Jake last night. Well, it was a nail biter. We also got a pair of pit road reporter man, Ethan Kurtz. Ethan, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Joe. Not coming off as as good a night as Jake Nichols had last night, but ready to run around pit road.
Man, absolutely. Well, hey, look, you had a good night there in the trucks, so you definitely, 1-1. Not bad for a night there, and as always, Ethan does a great job for us down there, pit road reporting all the leads. What's going on? And there it is. We finally found out Shaquille Ray. There we go, like Shaquille O'Neal. And we were talking about that guy here the last couple of weeks. We got the Brent Cool out there for Diabetes Awareness out there. Got Ray out in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody coming out here tuning in. We're about to set to get going here. Green flag racing under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Cup Series. And like I said, last night, the cars looked like they were very, very tight. Davis, what do you think tonight, man? We're going to see with these cars here tonight.
I haven't got a chance to take these cars out, but if it's anything like tonight, it's definitely going to be tight. In the run, they'll start off really loose, but as the run goes on, the cars are going to be really tight, and they're going to have a problem keeping it out of that outside wall in four.
And absolutely, and anytime last night somebody got up underneath someone, it was very, very tricky to hold that car down. Saw some one-car accidents that way last night as the cars pushed up. Well, you know what happens when you push up into somebody if you're on the outside. Definitely nowhere to go there, so it usually ends up in a bad situation. We'll have to see. Tonight got a lot more speed, a lot more power. Call these the monster machines here, because these are some bad, fast Cup machines out here with some bad, fast drivers on a bad, fast track here under the lights at Charlotte. And definitely going to be interesting as last night, wow, Alan J. Elwood, he had a rocket ship, but Jake had just enough to hold him off. Inches coming to the line there at the final, coming out of 4.
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy race. Definitely did not expect that ending right there, especially with the race started out. It started off a little slow, but as it picked up, we got a long green flag run, and those drivers were really able to showcase their talent.
Man, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, old Cameron Hearn putting it on pole tonight. Jake sitting outside with him. Steve Landry right there putting it on 3rd place, so not bad. Mr. Popularity himself, the birthday boy here tonight, Tyler Sifford. He's sitting in the 4th spot. Mason White's there, rounds out the top 5. As we're getting soon here, how much time we got left, Davis, before we go green flag racing?
I got about a minute left till they start gridding up.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, going to be interesting to see what these guys can get done here tonight at Charlotte. Very unique style tracks, 1.5 mile, but a very fast style track. Hopefully we'll see a couple grooves here. Last night looked like the high line. Alan J. Elwood found something early on, and he used it to his advantage. The problem is, then Jake early on found something and was able to use the middle groove just enough to hold him off in a thriller. But last night's race was very interesting. I know you got caught up in a little incident there earlier on there, Davis, but hey, no harm, no foul. You bounce back next week and go to New Hampshire.
Hey, I'm ready for it. Just got to shake it off and just hope for a better week next week. But like you were saying, with that middle and high line, I think that's going to be the place to go once this track gets really gripped up. If you're going on that middle line and you want to dig down to the bottom, you'll gain a lot of speed, but you're going to use up your tire wear.
Good observation on that one. Well, like I say, when we got old Ethan Kurtz down in the pits, he's going to be running around down there like a chicken with a head cut off. He's going to get us some reporting going on for some of the drivers throughout this race here, and definitely let us know how they're feeling driving wise as we're getting set here to go green flag racing, as we're about set to grid these guys up tonight under the lights, like we said, here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Folks, get ready, batten down the hatches in the house, get your refreshments, get everything, man, settled on and good, as we're about to grid these boys up, because the man on pole tonight, Cameron Hearn, Jake Nichols Superman is what we call him, sitting on the outside right there in 2nd. 3rd place man Steve Landry right there, one of the newcomers here this season, but he's definitely picking the pace up, starting 3rd. Like I said, the birthday boy himself, Mr. Popular, Tyler Sifford, starting in 4th. Good run for him last night. Also, 5th place man Mason White, so watch out for him there in the Performance Motorsport team. And they got Dalen Landry right here, 6th place. He's starting there tonight. Also got 7th place Ryan Cole right there. Look at that. Wow, 7th place starting. Good starting position for him. Wesley Crump right there in 8th. And there it is, Shaquille O'Ray. Like Shaquille O'Neal. That's awesome, man. Just a cool name out there. He's starting 9th place. James Thor rounds out the top 10. As we look through the rest of this field, wow, I always say it, Davis, star-studded and skill-based. There's a lot of skill out here and a lot of talent.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Joe. In that top 10, we're seeing a bunch of newcomers in the top 10, and that's really interesting to see if they can get up there and battle some of the Extreme Motorsports 99.com regulars and give them a fight for the win.
Well, you know, here's a track where you can actually turn your season around at. Charlotte Motor Speedway here is one of these tracks. I don't want to say it's kind of easy to drive, but it is forgiving in a way. It's one of the tracks that a lot of guys like. I mean, we go from here, then we go to New Hampshire next week, which is a very driver-style driving track. But tonight, we could see a first-time winner here, a newcomer get up here. Tonight, you could turn your season around and get some good points out of it.
You definitely can, and these drivers, they just got to keep in mind that it's a 175-lap race, and they just got to take the time, be easy on it, because you got to have a car at the end to try to win the thing.
Man, absolutely. Well, like I say, right there, you got a couple of Jake Nichols racing machines up front. Most notably, Jake Nichols himself right there. And he said last night he was doing a throwback paint job. I said last night it looked like he was in a Tabasco sauce machine. And sure enough, he confirmed it. He said it was kind of a throwback. Tonight, I see what he's in. Looks like the what is that? The X, I can't say it, pronounce it right, but the X-Ride. Used to be the old Rouse machine, started with an EX. What was that?
Mark Martin drove it, didn't he?
I think he did. I believe he did. Greg Biswell might have. I know the car. I know the color. X-Side, I think, is what it is.
Yep, X-Side. That's what it is.
That's it. Yep. Jeff Burton. There we go. Ethan, he reported up here for us. He said it's Jeff Burton, so Ethan knew what the answer was for us there. I know it was one of the Rouse guys, man, back then used to run it and all, but that's he said he was doing a throwback to that. We get set here to go green flag racing. Pace cars in. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Cameron Hearn wastes no time putting a hammer down and taking off to the front. And here comes Jake. He gets a single file line. We saw this last night, Davis. These guys got single file for a while, but they will go 2x2 right there. The number 66 machine. He's going to stay on the inside of the 7. Let's see if that high line works for these bad, fast machines tonight.
Yeah, and they single file down the back stretch, but they're going to look down to the bottom to see if they can make that pass, but they got too wide in the back with the number 81 and the number 83 fighting it out.
Yes, they do right there, and that definitely is the thing. Look at that 99 machine there, as they are all single file. You got to go all the way back here to clear back to James Thorndike and company right here with Delonte Ballard, one of the SRA camp companies there. We know they'll be able to bring it to the front. You got a couple of SRA guys there, Delonte Ballard, Tyler Deschamps, Ariotti, right there all in a line. But you go back there, and they're all 2x2 stacked up, battling it out. And single file up front, though.
Yeah, we've seen a Delonte Ballard was able to pull a top 3 finish last night, so he's going to be looking to capitalize on that one and build some momentum as they go to New Hampshire next week.
Absolutely. New Hampshire's going to be one of those drivers tricky style track. You go from high speeds here at Charlotte Motor Speedways. We've seen a good battle back here. Mike Rominger, he gets in the line, but the 95 behind him, that's Jeffrey Applegreen right there making his debut, well, not his debut, but his debut to the Cup Series here at Extreme Motorsports. As look at them jockeying around back there, dog fighting it going on as they go side by side coming into 1. Delonte's up high to 25, Tyler Deschamps. Well, Delonte's taking that high line like Alan J. Elwood did last night.
I thought he was going to get in the wall for a second, but these drivers got to be careful. There's about 10 of them, so you can put a blanket over them. And they got to remember it's a long way to go to the finish.
Yeah, it is. Looks like Daytona all over again right here at Charlotte because they are all stacked up. 3 wide coming out of the turn. Don't know if that's going to work too much there. Jeff thought better of it. Backed out. Bryce Senesac right there in the mix a little bit. One car, he just bumps the wall. No harm, no foul. Sparks flying under here. Ariotti's up on the top side of the 9. They are still 2-2 coming down the back stretch.
And last night, we seen it happen last night with these cars right here, with them being so close together. If one driver messes up, you see the 21, he checks up and 95 gets into him. If one of them messes up in front of the pack, it's liable to take 10, 15 cars out.
Absolutely. That's the thing about it here is these guys are running so tight, so loose on the inside there. You got to be very careful. Everybody has different braking positions here. And coming off the throttle, you're right, like the 95 there, Jeff, he's got to be mindful of what Delante's doing in front of him. If not, is he still right there running into tire tracks? As you see, Delante just cannot get going into the turn and washes up the track and causes the 95 to check up. The car behind him, oh, little bumping and banging going on with Matt Hoover back there.
Yeah, see Matt Hoover, he backs out of it, got one going through the grass, was able to regain position on the track. But see Matt Hoover, he got out of it, and he's like, hey, I don't want any part of that.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, these guys are not giving an inch here. As you got that 2 machine right there, Tyler Ducharme. Actually, excuse me, that's Fisher Cannon. My bad. He's on the inside. Delante. Delante just cannot get the run going into the turn in that high side. He gets it coming off. Ariotti's on the high side there. As man, they are still stacked up side by side. It's just a slew of cars right there, Davis, in a pack that's just running in a big pack.
Yeah, and I'm watching the 21 of Delante Ballard. He's checking up going to the entry, but he's not getting the run on the exit like you would think he would. I don't know if he's trying to save tires right now or if he's got a longer plan for later in the race.
Absolutely, could be a plan that he's wanting to think about here, guys. Got to be mindful. No fast fix. You definitely got to take care of your equipment early on here. It's got that slam machine. Definitely don't want to slam anything but the gas pedal to the floor and put it in victory lane tonight. Looks like they settled out that mess a little bit back there. Only a couple of them are side by side. What's going on, Tim, out there in the chat? How you doing tonight, man? I'll tell you what, we're here under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and right now a good battle going on as Jeff Applegreen's on the high side. 78 machine right there. That's actually Dwayne Culberson. He's on the inside.
Yeah, and they're 2x2 right now, and Delante Ballard in the 21 is right in front of them. I thought they were going to take them 3 wide, but they thought better of it as they're coming into 2.
Just got a message from Becky. She said that Tyler has booted her from the YouTube again, so she can't watch the YouTube race.
Yeah, you got to be mindful of the connection and whatnot.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I know he has a couple connections. Well, they are still fighting it out right here. And up front, let's go back up front here, because I'll tell you what, Cameron Hearn's holding them off in a big style. He's got about a half second. Look at Steve Landry right there. Oh, where this cat came from, but he's got that 66 rolling. He overtook Jake Nichols right there, who is not catching the speed. Now, last night we saw Jake struggle all the way until the end of the race. He just could not figure the track out until he got going there at the end.
Yeah, and the 66, that's one of the new guys we were talking about, and you're exactly right about Jake Nichols. But once we got that longer run, he was really able to flourish, and so you got to keep that one in mind too. I don't think these short runs, if we get any short runs like we seen last time, it's not going to benefit him. You're going to need a good probably 30, 45 lap run to really see him shine. Yeah,
absolutely. Mason Weitzel moving it on up there. He's sitting in the 4th place. Then you got Dylan Landry right there. I wonder if they're kin. We have 2 Landrys out here, Steven and Dylan.
Yeah, I think they might be brothers.
Oh, okay, cool. Always good to see some family members out here running. Family members out here in the actual chat and whatnot, man. It's always a good thing. So definitely one thing keep in mind. But he's looking good in that 15 machine right now. You got Ryan Combe. I guess that's right, Combe.
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. Ryan Combe, he's sitting in the 6th spot right now. Wesley Crump's right there behind him. Tyler Sifford, he's still having a few little connection issues, blinking here and there. He's doing a little blinky, that's all.
And Joe, and I'm looking back in that 21 Delante Ballard, he just continues to fall back in the pack.
I think he's probably right now just trying to fill this track out, trying to feel what he's got going on, trying to see if he can come up with something. It's almost like what Jake did last night. You saw him fall back a little bit, and it took him a very good while before he could figure out how this track was. A lot of guys want to use the inside. A lot of them want to use that high side. It's just right now I think they're all just kind of, moving around, trying to figure out what they need to do.
The only problem with that is if you fall back too far, you're more liable to get in a wreck. So we seen last night the only place that was good was in the lead.
Now that is true. I'll give you that one. Not a lot of battling going on. As Alan J. Elwood definitely was dominating up front as he was out front there. So definitely something else. But old Shaquille O'Reilly right there, sitting in a nice spot, doing good.
Yeah, he's got about a he's got about a second lead over the number 59 of James Thorndike right there, but he's got a battle with two other cars with the number 7 of Tyler Sifford and number 51 of Ryan Cobb.
Absolutely, and he's definitely right there. He got the, what's that, the West Virginia Knights or something on that 51?
University of Central Florida.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, I figured you'd know that. You're more up on the university stuff than I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you see right there, you see the 41, he comes up high on the 51 to make that pass, and you almost threw him in the wall.
And that's what we saw last night. You get up underneath somebody, car on the inside just washes up so much, there's nowhere to go. Usually a little contact between the car and the outside. Also, you flirt with disaster if you catch the bottom of that apron, too.
Yeah, and I'm watching it right there. The 59 came out of 4, and he almost got in it with the 51. You're just not able to find the momentum coming out of the corner, and it's just washing up.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now, there's a good battling going on throughout the whole entire field as Cameron Hearn still up front. Well, Jake Nichols made it around Steven up there. And as Dylan has actually pulled it up in the 4th place, Mason Weitzel right there sitting in 5th. Wesley Crump still in 6th. Tyler Sifford 7th. Shaquille Ray 8th. Got Ryan Colm right there in 9th. And James Thorndike moving up in the 10th spot. He's looking good tonight. So a lot of cars here, but it's still early. We're only at 19, lap 19 of 175. Look at that 9. Mike Rominger pull up on the back end of, what's that, Tyler Ducharme.
Yeah, he's going to come into the corner right here and look to see if he can try to make a move on him and pass him, but then he's going to have the 59 of James Thorndike and the 51 of Ryan Cobb to deal with if he gets around him. And I'm watching right now, Joe. I'm sorry, I'm watching right now, and Jake Nichols has taken off 4 or 5 tenths of the lead in 2 laps.
Yeah, I'm looking at his lap times right now. He's running 28.825 to 29.063, so he's running about almost, not quite 2 tenths, but right at 2 tenths faster than actually Cameron Hearn. So definitely out there saving some tires. Cameron Hearn, we know, is one of those who likes to get out front and hopefully hold it. As we're at lap 21 of 175. Don't know how long these guys can get. I think last night y'all went about 47 laps on fuel. These cars should go about the same amount of distance.
Yeah, maybe if not a little bit longer, but like I was saying, Jake really likes those long runs, and he's able to showcase it right here. He's about to be at the back bumper of the 67 of Cameron Hearn.
Yeah, he is sitting right there about 2 tenths off. As we look back here too, boy, Bryce Senesak's back in the 16th spot trying to work his way up. Missed last week's race, but that's okay. Definitely trying to make waves here. A couple cars on the move. Most notably, Tom Whitmore started in about the 30th spot, I believe, or 20-some spot. He's up to 21st right now, so he's definitely trying to, but you're right. We got about a battle for the lead here as Jake is pulling up on the back end of the 67, and he's going to try to see if he can't get around him as he goes on the inside.
Taking the inside, I was really expecting him to take the outside because that was really where you were able to pass last night, but we're going to see if he's going to pull it out here.
He does. He'll go door to door with him and coming out of turn. He's going to make that pass. Wow, definitely he found something out from last night. Definitely helping him out here tonight so far. As those two guys have got about a 2.3 second lead over that number 15 of Dylan, who made it around Steven right now. And he's got his hands full though with Tyler Sifford coming up in that number 7 machine. And then Mason Weitzel right there in the number 99.
Yeah, we see the speed out of Tyler Sifford last night, and he's showcasing it again tonight.
Absolutely here. Well, folks, like I say, I want to appreciate everybody coming out here. We're live tonight here in the Lights Charlotte Motor Speedway for ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. We had the Xfinity Series last night. If you wanted to see a thrill of a race, wow, go back and watch that one. 33 thousandths of a second to the finish on it. As it looks like tonight's going to be another one. I mean, we saw one guy last night dominate most of the race, Davis, but it didn't end up that way. It ended up in an awesome battle.
Yeah, if you didn't see that race, you definitely want to go back and look at it after we get done here tonight, because it was definitely a thriller from flag to flag.
No doubt. It looks like Tyler Sifford made that pass up to 4th place so far. Now it puts old Stephen Landry right there in the back end of him, sitting in 5th. He's going to look to maybe try to hit some more here as Mason Weitzel's trying to do what he can. Wesley Crump right there moving it on up into the 7th. And old Shaquille Ray right there. He's hanging on to the 8th place spot.
Yep, Joe, and we're under caution.
Under caution. Didn't see who it was. It put me back on Ryan Keith. Yep, that's who it is. Go back one more time. Alright, back on this replay here, Davis. Let's let the viewers see what happened. They're going door to door. He goes into the turn. Looks like, oh, well, he just went high, had to check up. And unfortunately, when he checked up, tried to hold on to it right into the wall. Nowhere to go for anybody else. One thing I saw last night, this is not a self-cleaning track. Once you get guys that are spinning and flying all over the place, they usually just don't get out the way very quickly.
Yeah, it's very hard to control those cars, and especially like we said, when they're so close together, it's hard to get out of the way of them.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, under caution for the first time here.
Yeah, it looks like he just checked up in the corner. He just had a different line that he was running and different braking points, and it just collected the guy behind him, and it sent him in the wall.
Yeah, and, you know, when he was heading in that turn, like the car pushed up on him, and he had to just check up. Like you said, guy behind him nowhere to go, closing rate so fast, one of them racing deals. You're right there, John. Yeah, definitely the birthday boy, Tyler Sifford, out here tonight. Trying to run, have a good finish here. He had a pretty good finish last night, bouncing back. As now, you should know. Oh, that's Under Armour. Never mind. I thought that was another one of those symbols for a school or something that the number 15 was driving.
Yeah, we're going to get a restart right here, so these guys are able to refuel and get fresh tires. We're able to see if Cameron Hearn will go around Jake Nichols or if he'll be more mindful of his tire wear.
Well, let's see. You know, Cameron's one of those types who likes to jump out front and get a good lead going on here. You know, we know how Jake runs. He's definitely going to take it easy and run, you know, as easy as he possibly can. But we're at lap here 28, 150, 175. Excuse me, 150 was last night, but 175 here in the books here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Under the lights. Well, Davis, what have you seen so far? Anything different from last night you're seeing these guys doing?
Man, I'm seeing a lot of close action racing, and I'm seeing these drivers, they're taking more care of their tires and they're able to better manage them. So that's going to come into play as well. But I think if we get a long run at the end like we did last night, it's going to be the guy who has the best set of tires, I think, that's going to win this race.
There you go. Absolutely. Tires definitely are that. Track position might be another thing, but it looks like some of these guys are able to move up through the field pretty good. This car is a different animal also. I mean, it's one that, yeah, he definitely got more power. It's a little bit, I'm going to say a little more looser because it is more power. So it's obviously more faster and more lighter than what the Xfinity car is. What do you feel the difference between this car is and the Xfinity car that these guys are feeling?
Well, with these cars, you actually got to get on the brake going into the corner. With the Xfinity, you can just let it roll through the corner. And with these, you got to be more consistent with your braking points.
I got you. Well, you know, while we're sitting here, before we go back green flag racing real quick, let's head on down to pit road. Got Ethan Kurtz down there standing by. He's going to give us an update on maybe what some of these drivers are acting like here. Ethan, Joe White, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. I didn't make it around to a lot of pit stops, but I made it around to some, and they were really stressing the tire wear here, and the track is going to be very tight as it already was, and tire wear is a big thing here. You saw drivers like Jake Nichols and Tyler Sifford who really were able to conserve their tires well and be able to pass up through the field.
Oh, absolutely. Well, good deal. That's what kind of Davis we're seeing up here too. Good. That's Ethan Kurtz down there on pit road. He's definitely running around there, man. Got his running shoes on. He'll be throughout the night giving some reports to the drivers here and there of what they're feeling, how they're acting and whatnot out there on the track, and see if anything's going on that's unusual we might miss up here in the booth as we're getting set here to go back green flag racing under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace cars in. Here we go. Cameron Hearn's going to try it again, see if we can't get out front. Another thing with this car is, Davis, you got to watch the wheel spin. You got a lot of power underneath that foot of yours, and if you put it down too quick in the wrong gear, it definitely could be bad.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And as Cameron Hearn, the number 67, he jumps out to about a 3/10 lead. But then Jake Nichols is going to have the number 15, Dylan Landry, fighting for that second position.
Absolutely. Well, right now, you got Cameron Hearn out front. Behind him, Jake Nichols. He's trying to hang on to it. You got Dylan Landry right there. He is on his tailgate, just trying to see if he can't pass. Got Tyler Sifford, the birthday man, Mr. Popularity, right there sitting in fourth. Hey, Kevin Ford out there in the chat. What's going on, man? I appreciate that. And we're in the caution here.
Joe, we got a big wreck in turn 3.
All right. Let's see. It took me back on Dwayne Culberson. I don't know if he was involved in it or not here, but let's see. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a big one. Right in front of him, though. Let's go back and see who originally initiated that one.
Looks like the 24. Bobby Chaney was he was able to escape it on the grass, so he was able to get out of there with any damage. But we got Bryce Sinesak, Richie Evans, Matt Hoover, Delonte Ballard, Stephen Landry. Just a whole swarm of them were involved in that wreck.
I'm trying to watch right here and see. It happened in front of them. I'm going to pause it here a second. Well, oh, Delonte Ballard was involved. I do see that. So let's go on him right fast. The 21, he was right in the middle of it, unfortunately. And like what you were saying earlier, he keeps falling back. Guess what? He's going to fall back there in the clutches of some mayhem. Not what he wants to be in. But let's go back on old Delonte right here and just kind of see. I mean, they were running 3 and 2 wide. Oh, Tyler Ducharme got into the 66. 66 came up the track. Delonte tried to check up, nowhere to go, and it's just a junkyard from that end on. I mean, like we just said, it's not a self-cleaning track. No one can go anywhere. Once it starts happening like that, you can only check up and pray that you get through everything.
Yeah, and we've seen the 66 of Stephen Landry. He was fighting for the top 5. I wonder if he might have got a speeding penalty, and that was put him back there in the back of the pack. But we've seen this last night too. We had a caution at about lap 26, 27, and then after that we had a few more cautions with just a swarm of cars getting involved.
Absolutely. Well, that's kind of usually how we go about the race. You know, a few cautions up front, big long green flag run, cautions got at the end. But the old saying, Davis, remember, cautions breed cautions. And that's the thing we've seen. Just right there, looked like 2 cars got together. The one, I mean, again, this is not a self-cleaning track. And what we mean by self-cleaning there, Davis knows what I'm talking about. But just give the viewers and everybody out there an understanding of when we say that, tracks like a Bristol or a Dover or something, when a car actually gets spun and goes up, it doesn't go back up the track. Usually it will head straight back down to the bottom, which means the track kind of cleans itself and you can kind of stay high most of the time. Doesn't work all the time, but most of the time, I'll say 9 times out of 10, stay high and usually avoid everything. Track like this though, these cars don't go anywhere. Once they start piling up, it's usually a pile up in the middle of the turn or straight away. It just does not, they don't wash off the track like some of the other tracks.
Yeah, they definitely don't, and it's sad, especially with these drivers running so close together. And there's about 9, 10, maybe even more cars that were involved in that wreck, and the majority of them are on pit road and are taking it behind the wall.
Yeah, I hate to see that right now. As still got you know, there's a lot of cars last night, man, got tore up real bad, and we're seeing kind of the same scenario here. Guys are really close on top of each other. And, you know, I don't really blame the fault of any drivers up here or anything like that. It's just the product of this track, the product of what it is, and just a product of the car.
Yeah, and really, we don't see this at many other mile-and-a-halves. I don't know if it's the package that these cars bring to this track that's able to have them run so close together or what it is. But like at Texas, at Vegas, and other tracks like that, we don't see these big, huge pileups.
No, we don't. And that's the thing. You're right. I don't know if it's just something here at Charlotte or the nighttime under the lights kind of setting that might set these cars to where they are so close together. That might be another thing. Where Texas seems to be a little more looser, this place seems to be a little more tighter. But the funny thing is, Davis, if I'm not mistaken, those are all kind of supposed to be mimic style tracks. When they built them.
Yeah, they're owned by the same guy. I can't bring the name off the top of my head, but they're all owned by
Smith, I believe.
Yes, sir, Bruton Smith. They're all created and owned by him, so they have some of the same characteristics.
Yeah, absolutely, and so it is odd to see that between the two. So I've definitely run Texas a few times. Well, we're getting set to go back green flag racing again here. Pace cars coming out of turn 4. Gonna drop off on pit road and let Cameron Hearn go back to work, as he does. He's there. Got to be careful on that throttle. Stacked up just a little bit. Jake gets a good run. So is that 15 there, Dylan, right there on the inside. He's on the inside of Tyler Sifford to head off into 1. They'll go 2 by 2. As on the inside, Dylan, boy, he don't want to wash up the track. The 7, he's right there along with Mason. He gets in line, squeezes it just barely there, Davis.
Yeah, it looked like the 83 checked up on the high side and it was able to let those front 5 or 6 cars break away from him.
Yeah, he did. A couple cars right there. Looking on the inside, the 7 is. Thought about it, couldn't get it done. The Toyota to come across the line to complete lap 35. 36 here in the books tonight. A 175 out front. Cameron Hearn got about a 10th lead though, man, over Jake. Didn't get climbed away like he wanted to last time, but boy, look at Dylan all over the back deck lid of that 73 machine up there. I just got a feeling that Jake is taking it easy on the first part of these runs.
Yeah, he's got to, but we've seen the 15. He's shown speed all night. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can get around the 73, and if he can, I think he's going to battle the 67 to Cameron Hearn for the lead.
Absolutely. Tyler Sifford's doing everything he can to get around that 15 machine. Got Mason Weitzel right down his back deck lid. And look at that, Shaquille O'Reilly. He's right there, man, dribbling that car all the way to the front, the 41. He's having a good run tonight, sitting there in 6.
Yeah, he is. We haven't seen much of him all season, but he's able to showcase his talents here tonight.
No doubt, got that Ford power running pretty good out there so far. And the 41 sitting in the 6th spot behind him, Wesley Crump. He's trying to pull it on up in here. Ryan Combe right there sitting in 8th. And oh, there's a guy we ain't talked about too much already, but he's sneaking into the picture. 77, Ariotti. Watch out for him, SRA. You know them guys, now a couple SRA guys got involved in the wreck earlier on. But look at that, who's making waves? Ariotti and David Shutt. They're pulling it up almost in the top 10 between the two.
You talk about SRA, I talked about earlier in that wreck, Bobby Chaney was able to narrowly escape it. But the 77 of Ariotti, we've seen him make a run at Daytona, but the last few races just haven't had the speed we expected him to have. But hey, maybe tonight is his breakthrough in the season. He can pull out a top 5, top 3 finish.
Absolutely. Well, Mike Rominger's trying to move on the inside of him right there. He goes door to door with the Napa know-how machine. Man says, man, I know how to do one thing, and that's race and race fast. I'm Mr. Extreme out here. Mike Rominger, as they come to the line, the 77's got him this time. That's going to bring the nightmare, David Shutt. That's what we call him. Well, it's a nighttime atmosphere. We're past Halloween, but he's still scaring everybody. As he'll come right here, coming out of turn 2 down the back stretch. He'll try the high side there on Mike Rominger.
It looks like that high side's really paying off right now. It's starting to come into its own, and we're starting to see drivers able to make moves and passes on that high lane.
No doubt about it. Nancy, I tell you what, calm down out there. Be cool, because here comes your man, number 6, Tom Whitmore with the Dre Broadcast Network machine. Man started way back in the back of the pack. Well, he's making waves, and he's up towards the 13th spot. He's moving into the picture of this battle that we're watching right here.
Looks like it's got a bit of a left side damage, but I don't think it's going to affect him too bad. It just looks like it's a few scratches.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, these guys, man, are definitely doing everything that they possibly can. Well, they wanted the dash cam. There you go. We'll give you the dash cam of Mike Rominger. He goes on the inside, the 77 Ariotti. They'll go off into 1, 2 by 2. We'll see if he can make that thing hold and stick in that Napa machine. Haven't seen anybody else been able to hold it down low, because coming out of the turns, that's where you got to be careful. You need that momentum on the high side to come out of turn. Looks like he might make the pass.
He is going to make the pass. He clears the 77 of Ariotti, and the number 1 of David Shutt's going to go right below him and try the same thing.
Absolutely. David Shutt says, I'm going to follow in the footsteps of the 9 machine as they cross the line. Lap 43 here tonight, the 175 Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good battle going on back here, and that's actually for the 10th spot. Ariotti sitting in 11th. Mike Rominger moving up in the 9th. Well, they're still battling it out up here. They're nose to tail all up here, as Cameron Hearn still got about a 2.5 lead over Mason Weitzel right now, who has moved it up in the 2nd. Jake Nichols has fallen back to 3rd.
And Cameron Hearn, he didn't pull out to that big lead like we've seen at the first of this race. He's got about a 1.177 lead between him and Mason Weitzel. And Mason Weitzel's the driver. He'll go up there and he'll battle the 67 of Cameron Hearn. It'll be interesting to see if Jake Nichols can take advantage of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, he's one thing about it. We know Jake's going to try to save those tires. The 2 guys I'm watching right now, the 15 and 51, yes, Dylan and Ryan right there. They are nose to tail battling it out a little bit. As we just said up front, though, there we go. Mason Weitzel, he took the lead right there on Cameron Hearn with ease. Went up underneath him, Took that thing.
That was like Cameron Hearn. He's seen him coming, so he didn't put up much of a fight right here. But I bet he's going to take up a fight between him and Jake.
He probably will, as Jake's trying to close in about 3/10 off of the man in second spot, Cameron Hearn, right now. And right now you got to look, door-to-door battle going on back here in the back. Shaquille Ray, he's got his hands full with Wesley Crump as they'll go 2x2 into the turn. As that 83 still got a little bit, oh, if he pushes up, he can catch that quarter panel. Wow.
The number 9 on Mike Rominger, correct me if I said that wrong, he was able to pass, hit around the 77 of Ariotti, and he was able to check out in front of him, and he's caught this second pack here.
Absolutely. I call him Mike Rominger, so hopefully I say it right, but either way, he's never corrected me on it. So either way, I call him Mr. Extreme. Man's a good guy. Enjoyed watching him race. Been here for a very long time. Past champion, and right there, like you said, he went up underneath Wesley Crump. He's going to try to take that spot away. Right now, he's got it. Sneak back up there into place as he goes for the 8th spot there. Goes on the inside, definitely making waves, and most notably behind him, David Shutt and Tom Whitmore trying to bring it up to the front also.
Yeah, and the number 9, he's able to make that low side work, and I'm watching the number 6 of Tom Whitmore, and he's running about half a lane higher in the corners, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects him on the longer runs.
Absolutely. Up front, though, I'll tell you what, these 3 cats, man, are battling it out. Mason Weitzel still up front with the 99 machine. He's got his tender machine out there. He's trying to find a date. I don't think, man, it wants to be Jake right now, because Jake's got his hands full with Cameron Hearn behind him. Look at Cameron Hearn take that thing to the inside as they come to the line. They'll complete lap 48 and be 49 in the books here, 175.
Yeah, we got about a 3-way battle for the lead right here as the 67 of Cameron Hearn's able to get a bit of a run going into the corner. And he's going to see if he can try to make the move on the 73 of Jake Nichols.
Absolutely. I think Jake's trying to use that high line as he saw last night with old Alan J. Elwood. But then he falls back to the middle line. Right now looks like he's just searching around. Did that all race last night. And he said in the interview, just could not figure out something. Finally figured something a little bit at the end, but it wasn't enough. As he's searching, you can tell he's down low, he's up high, but look at that, pulls to the back end of the 99, got loose coming off the turn.
Yeah, but he found it right there. What a run right there. Just going to pull up to the back bumper of 99, and he checks up a little going to 3 and 4, and the 67 had to let out of it.
Wow, I'll tell you what, these guys nose to tail right there, coming to the line. They'll go side by side. The 99's got him. Let's see, though, if that high line can prevail or if he gets a run going on the inside. You see if Mason just can't keep it down there enough. What I'm seeing right now is maybe these cars are reacting pretty good to the inside lane. But then again, the guys are able to get a run. Well, now it's a crossover.
I'm really surprised by that too, as the 99 tries to clear him on the bottom, but he can't. He had to get out of it. The 73 is going to take the lead back.
Yes, he did. Almost close quarters right there racing us. He almost came right up in him, had to get out of the throttle just for a second. If you lose momentum at this track, it can be deadly, because you absolutely can go straight back.
Joe, I'm really surprised that low line is working like it is. And one thing iRacing has done, they've really fixed the dynamic track. So the low line's working right now, as we see. But in 100 laps, it may be completely different.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what Jake was searching around for. Look at Tyler Sifford moving up there on the back end of the 99 machine. Like I said, this track also, we talk about grip, we talk about this and that, pushing and tight, but it's also a momentum style track, and we're seeing it here. If you have to crack that throttle just a little bit because you get tight in the turns, you can end up losing 2 or 3 positions.
Yeah, you really will, and I had that problem last night too. Is I was able to get a run coming out of the corner, but then I'd have to check up because that outside wall just comes right at you. And I've seen a commenter earlier commenting about how the track was so narrow, and that's the reason why that outside wall will come out and grab you.
Absolutely, that's right. Coming out of turn 2, turn 4 right there, they'll come up on you in a heartbeat. You know, it's almost like it's a loose push style feeling. Look at that, Tyler Sifford, he breaks it in the top 3. So right now, Jake Nichols out front, Cameron Hearn sitting in second, Tyler Sifford in third, Mason Weitzel there in fourth, and Dylan Landry right there sitting in the 5th spot. And that's your top 5. Look at that, Shaquille O'Ray, he's moving that thing up in the 6th, and Mike Rominger 7th, Wesley Crump 8th, Ariotti's 9th, and David Shutt sitting in 10th.
And Mike Rominger is really able to climb through the field, and like you said, he's sitting in the 7th position.
Looking good here tonight, that number 9 machine. He looked good last night. Well, I got a feeling the more this run goes on, because at lap 55 here, 175, folks, under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. These are some of the best of the best. I'm going to say pretty much the best of the best. A lot of them are here on iRacing, and not just here in Extreme, because these guys, I mean, it is just talent-full field here in this field tonight.
Yeah, it really is. We can talk about it a lot because it's true. These guys right here, they put on a heck of a show. We see it week in and week out. These drivers fighting and clean racing. Look at the 7 and the 67 as they almost get into it coming out of 4th.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Tyler Sifford taking it to the point, second place. I know Becky, man, she's not out there watching, but she's got to be listening somehow, some way, and she's probably watching over the shoulder of the 7 right now, Tyler Sifford, and seeing that he put it to the 2nd place. What a birthday. Now, here's the thing. Tyler's no stranger to this track. He's gave Jake Nichols a run for his money before here.
Well, it looks like he's going to give him a run for his money again as he was able to clear the 67. Now let's kind of see what kind of lap times he's able to put down and if he can close the gap.
Well, right now he ran a 29 flat to a 28.928. Jake's still out there putting down some fast ones, although he had to go around the car. So we'll have to see what he does when he crosses the line next time by. Again, want to appreciate everybody coming out here. If you like what you see, hit a like, hit a share. It's first time out. Hit a sub here. You know, really close to hitting that 900 mark. And like I said last night, Davis, I know you was out in the race, but I'll say it again. Last night, you know, we're coming up on the year here for our OSR network. I'm going to say December the 1st, and it's been a good banner year. I want to appreciate the drivers and all the leagues and all the viewers out there who made it possible, everything here that's been done. So it's in here really close, and who was that out there in the chat? It just Lopez says, go Tyler.
Well, hey, there's about a 0.8 second lead between him and Jake Nichols, but Tyler's definitely got some speed. We'll see it. Don't know if he used up too much tire wear on that run, passing the 67 of Cameron Hearn, but we'll find out.
Absolutely. He's not quite as fast as Jake, but he's still maintaining about the same amount of speed, so it's usually right there pretty even between the two. As right there, he says almost a second between them. You got the battle happening right here for 3rd spot. Mason White, so he's on the back deck lid of 67. I'm going to tell you what, the man on the move, though, is that 9 and 77. Mike Rominger, Mr. Extreme himself, and the 77 of Ariotti, who is following him in his tire tracks along with him. Those two cats are just bringing it to the front slowly but surely. They're running some pretty fast times out there.
Yeah, the 77 commented earlier that he was falling through the pack. I think that was by design, as I was watching his lap times a couple laps ago, and he was running the fastest times on the track. Absolutely.
Well, hey, man's got Napa know-how on the machine and definitely knows how to do it right. Behind him got 5-hour energy. So, well, one's got tools, the other's got energy. Put that together, they got the right combination to bring it to the front.
They definitely do, as they're about 3 seconds behind the leader right here, and it looks like the next position ahead of him is the 15 of Dylan Landry, about 0.7 of a second.
Absolutely, right there behind him, Mason, Wesley Crump. I'll get it out eventually. Got David Shutt right there on the inside of the 41. They'll go door to door coming to the line. And who got that one? That would have been a close one right there. Battle. That's all Shaquille O'Reilly, along with Tyler Ducharme, David Shutt in the mix right there. All 4 of them cars. Looks like David's going to get the pass. Going to bring Tyler Ducharme. So it looks like the SRA camp is doing what they need to do. Bringing the authority. That's right, Sim Racing Authority. That's what it stands for. These guys just unpack, and they did it a couple seasons ago. They're doing it again tonight. Now, here's the thing with Bobby Chaney. Now, Bobby's not, actually, well, as I say that, I'm looking here. Where is Bobby Chaney? He's at, he's at 15th. Okay, fan to mess with all these cars. But he's already locked into the chase, Davis. So he's just kind of experimenting throughout the rest of the season. The guys that are trying to do something now, well, it'd actually be the guys running to the front here. Ariotti, David Shutt here, and Tyler Ducharme.
Yep, you're right, and we're starting to do some green flag pit stops right now. As the 99 of Mason Witzel was the first one to go down pit road, and that's going to help him too. As by early pitting, he's going to have fresher tires, and he's going to be close to the lead once everything sorts out.
Well, we had some good green flag running last night, we saw, and some green flag pit stops throughout this one. Kind of split the field up a little bit. That's what it's going to do again here tonight, as these guys are looking to you know, it'll split them up a little bit, but that's normally what green flag pit stops do. You know, it's just one of them deals. I mean, you have to go through it, but then we saw a caution. It just messed up everything.
Yeah, it did, and it put some drivers a lap down. They had to take a wave around right here, and that's the worst thing as a driver when you go down to pit to see that caution flag came out. Does that happen to me? I think it was at Las Vegas a couple weeks ago. I went into pit, and as soon as I went into pit, the caution came out, and it gave me a flag for pitting under caution.
Oh, wow. You know what? That sounds like some luck I'd have.
Oh, yeah, but we were able to rebound from it and get back on the lead lap.
I'll tell you what, David Shutt's been able to move this thing up here. Started 30th and is sitting in 6th spot right now. Looking very good. James Thorndike, another one having a good run tonight, sitting in 7th. Man started in 10th right there. Mike Franklin is moving up, and I know a lot of these guys now probably because due to green flag pit stops here. Some nice looking paint jobs out here under the lights at Charlotte.
Yeah, being under the lights, it really showcases those paint jobs, and there's just something about it. You see those sparks flying, people battling, hitting each other. It's just it's a sight to behold.
I love it. Man, it's racing action. Well, I tell you what, if you don't like this kind of racing, well, you might need to get checked, or you just need some, I don't know. You probably need some medication or something, or help. I don't know. Get a girlfriend? Hey, buy a dog. Who knows, Davis? What do you think?
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting me a dog, you know?
Hey, well, I've got 3. There you go.
There you go, you know, and we're seeing them pitting right now. Looks like it's about to cycle out. I think you got probably about 5 or 6 more left to pit. It's the number 7 of Tyler Sifford. Let's go with the lead and takes it down pit road. Yes, he does. Let's go to the lead, man. The green flag pit stops here underway under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to a good long green flag run. That's how we say we only had 2 cautions here tonight so far, so not that bad. But John says, "Or try harder." Yeah, definitely try harder. That definitely is. But I went for the gusto. I actually got the dogs and the wife, so there you go. Yeah, I think I'll just stick with the dog. Okay, all right, cool. Hey, you're young. I give you that. You see the 59, James Thorndike. I think he's going to be the last one to pit. He lets go of the lead and takes it down pit road. And I think everything's going to be cycled out here. So give it about a lap or 2. We'll have to see who's out in front and who's where. Absolutely. Well, it looks like Shaquille Ray right there still in 6th spot as he's following the footsteps there of Cameron Hearn. Well, I tell you what, let's go down pit road here. Check in with our pit road reporter, Ethan Kurtz, see what he's got for us down there. Ethan Kurtz, Joe White up here in the booth. Can I copy?
Yes, sir, I do. I got around to a couple of teams, including Cameron Hearn, who was leading for a short time, and the Corgi team of the 2 Landry, I'm assuming brothers, I didn't get the chance to ask them, Shaquille O'Ray and Ryan Cobb, and they were all talking about tires and how tire wear has been awful this run, how you're really going to have to save them to be in contention at the end of this race, not be too far back. Some of them were talking about which lanes they were running, and if they ran the wrong lane, they'd burn up some more tire. This race has really been all about tire and saving it to make sure you're fast in the long run.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, that's awesome right there. Good reporting on the end there. Ethan Kurtz down there on pit road for us here tonight. Doing a fantastic job getting all the info we can from these drivers out here. Now, that's what helps us out if we're getting a long green flag run from me and you up here, Davis, to see what's going on. And, you know, we were up here talking about it. Tires, it might be the thing. As this thing keeps going green, tires are definitely going to be the thing that you're most definitely going to want to have up underneath you. Yeah, you're definitely right. We see Mason Witzel. He went about 2 or 3 laps earlier to pit, and he's got about a 3-second lead over Jake Nichols. And I was watching his times. He was running faster times than Jake, but just in that last lap, he was about a 10th slower, so I might have burned up his stuff. Absolutely. Well, that's true. Right. I'm looking at his lap time, still 28.1 to 28.045. And Jake's a tad bit faster. Cameron Hearn, though, is the one that's out there putting down some bad fast times. He's well, he was a 28.0. Now he's still 28.1. And John out there said, "I'm not a dog person, but they are cute." Okay, well, there you go. And we still, even though we went through green flag pit stops, we still got some battles out here at about mid-pack, about 4th through 7th or 8th. We do. I see that. Dylan Landry right there has got his hands full with Skill Ray. Tom Whitmore moving it up in there. Wow, where'd he come from? Sitting in 7th.
Yeah, he's looking right here. He's looking to go beneath the number 41 of Shaquille O'Ray. It looks like he's going to try to take the position as they come down the backstretch.
Absolutely, trying to bring that Dre broadcast machine to the front. Number 6 machine there, Tom Whitmore, started in the back, but he's coming to the front here. He's got a deal. He went around the 41 machine right there, took it. He's in 6th spot. He's looking for more. He's on the back deck lid of the 15. Gonna try the high line, maybe. He might be wanting that low line, that Toyota.
Yeah, we've seen the low line really help out here tonight, and we commented earlier about the damage, and the damage looks like it's more severe than I thought, because he's got some rear end is crinkled up a bit, but it doesn't look like it's affecting him.
It doesn't look like it is to me either. I mean, you see that whole left side looked like it got a little pancake to it right there. So he must have got involved in that incident earlier on that we saw the big wreck. Might have got skidded just a little. Boy, I'll tell you what, he's got Tyler Ducharme just pushing him down the front stretch into turn 1 as Tyler's going to take it on the inside.
And where did he come from? He just flew past them like they were nothing.
He did. Came out of nowhere. Well, that's why I like saying that's out of nowhere. That's the 25, Tyler Ducharme. He's sitting in 4th. Man, that's where Vern Bradley is. Let's see. I don't think Vern made the race tonight.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing his name. I don't think he was able to make it.
Yep, don't think he made it tonight. He was here last night, I believe it was. But I don't think he was able to make tonight's race here. So, yeah, he's not in. But we're still watching Tom Whitmore right here in the 5th place spot. Got Tyler Ducharme sitting there in 4th. He's got his hands full. Look at Dylan, man, pull up on the back deck lid there, the back side of that number 6 machine. I don't know if that damage is going to hurt him later on in the runs or not.
Yeah, and that's one thing. The damage, it might not affect, if you get some rear end damage, it might not affect your horsepower, but it can affect your car on the longer runs and make your tires wear unevenly.
There you go. All right, so John says the number 51 cars are rocking the Golden Knights. Yep, that's what I had to get Davis on that one because I wasn't sure what university that was.
Oh yeah, and the 15 is all over the 6's back bumper. It looked like he got the 6 a little loose going into 4. And
that's the thing. You talk about if that spoiler's a little bit crunched up, he's going to have his hands full, keep the rear end of that car. I mean, as tight as this track is, you're definitely carrying some speed going into the turns, and you want all the downforce you can get. When 15 goes on the inside, Dylan's looking there. I'm going to try with that Under Armour machine, see if we can hold it coming out of the turns. They're going down the back stretch side by side.
As they're coming into 3 right here, the number 15 of Dylan Landry still holding that low side, but the 6 of Tom Whitmore is fighting back. He's going to get a run coming on the exit of the corner.
Yes, he is. They'll still go nose to tail here, or actually side by side to come in the line. Boy, that would have been a good one right there. Inches apart between each other. Let's see if Dylan's going to make the pass going in. This looks like he gets a run. He's going to make that pass going in. Problem is, he's going to have to scoot up the track, and the momentum's going to go to Tom coming out of the turn.
Yeah, it is, but I think he's going to be able to clear him right now unless the 6 tries to take it below him on entering 3. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, right now, still a good battle amongst these two here, as Jake Nichols is still trying to run down Mason Weitzel up front there. He's in 2nd spot. Cameron Hearn still sitting in 3rd. Tyler Ducharme 4th. And Dylan Landry. And I hope I'm saying his last name right. I know it's not Laundry, so Landry, I believe it is, and I know it's Dylan now. So if I'm still messing that up, I apologize to him. We'll definitely get it right. But either way, he's running 15. Tom Whitmore sitting in 6th. Shaquille O'Ray 7th. And as I said that, we got to change for the lead.
We do. I was watching the lap times, and Jake was probably about 2 or 3 tenths faster than Mason Wetzel. As I think Mason, he early pitted, and I think he was hoping for a caution. Probably would have helped him out if it came out 5 laps ago to get there and get new tires and still hold the lead.
Absolutely, with Cameron Hearns, the one pulling up on the back deck lid of the 99 right now. Got him a little loose coming out of the turn right there. Probably looked like he took the air and off the spoiler of it as they came out of the turn.
Yeah, I just think he burned up his equipment right there. He was trying to still hold that lead against Jake by early pitting. But we'll have to see right here if he continues to fall or if he's able to search around and find a line and get some speed.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that one as Jake Nichols takes the point back up front. Cameron Hearn still trying to follow in the tire tracks. Mason Weitzel right there falling off just a little bit. And old Tyler Ducharme sitting in 4th place here. Well, it's got Dylan Landry right there. Well, he's in 4th now. It's Tom Whitmore sitting in. What happened to old Mason in the pits? Did he spin?
He might be pitting again. I mean, it's been, what, about 30, 35 laps or so. I mean, you might have used up his stuff and said, hey, I'm better pitting now than continue falling through the field.
Absolutely. David said that to my dad. That's right.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that right there to see if that's scheduled, because I still think it's way too early. But as I say that, the number 35 is hitting as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're going off the short pit strategy, thinking there might be a caution later on. If it is, actually, to get them all back on cycle here anyway. So, I mean, anything can happen as this race goes on. Still got quite a bit of ways to go. We're at lap 86 here, 175, and still some good racing throughout the whole entire field here. And you got a good battle between Tom Whitmore here and Shaquille O'Reilly.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Reilly, he's about a tenth behind Tom Whitmore. We'll see if he's able to carry that momentum down the front stretch and carry it into 1 and 2.
All right, good deal. Well, All American says go TCU. I don't know who TCU is.
Texas Christian University.
Oh, okay, good deal. See, we got Captain Know Everything up here in the booth. Man, he knows all the universities. I mean, look, you can, hey, look, NFL, I sit here and talk to you all day about that.
Oh, yeah, me and Joe, we've had some arguments about the Cowboys and the Panthers and other teams.
Gotta love it. That and racing, man, I tell you what, gotta love both of them here, and I definitely love my drag racing too, but good battle still here between Tom Whitmore and old Shaquille. Them two right there ain't giving up. Problem is, they're bringing David Shutt into the mix.
They are. David Shutt's able to capitalize on them fighting, battling out, and he's able to close the gap between them.
Yeah, and it's actually also bringing old Ariati along with him, Tyler Sifford, so we hadn't talked about them on their, when they went to their green flag stops right there. Look at old David Shutt. He's closing the gap in and closing in a hurry.
He is. He's able to pick up probably about half a second, if not more, just on that one lap right there. Looks like he's going to try to pass the 41 on the low side coming into 3 and 4.
Yeah, he does. Dives on the inside. He can't make it right now. Can't make it stick. Probably get him on the next turn as he come out of 4. They'll still be side by side. If he holds right there, he'll definitely get a run going in. He had to fall back in line right now. We'll see what happens as he heads off into 1.
Looks like the one of David Shutt looks like he might have gotten the wall a little bit earlier. He's got a bit of right side damage. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too bad though.
No, if it is, it's very minor here. I don't say it's not look anything like what Tom Whitmore's dealing with right now. He's definitely got a bad fast missile out there, and he's bringing it up here as he made the pass on Shaquille. And he's sitting up in the 6th spot looking for more on Tom Whitmore to make it in the 5th spot right there. Yeah, Tyler Sifford and Ariati, though, they're coming up into the mix themselves.
They definitely are. They're capitalizing them on battling it out. And one thing about these green flag runs is if you do get damage, like we see the one of David Shutt and the 6 of Tom Whitmore on these green flag runs, you're not able to fix the damage because you got to get in and out of pit road as quick as possible. Yeah,
100%. And you're right. We just got a back end view. It does look like that right side back quarter. David Shutt's just got a little bump, crinkle into it right there. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too much here tonight. I see he got around Tom Whitmore right there for the 5th spot. Dylan Landry right there still in 4. Tyler Ducharme, wow, moving it up in the 3rd. Cameron Hearn right there in 2nd. Jake Nichols still out front here by a 2nd. So got a lot of the guys coming back up front here tonight.
We do, and I see the 41 of Shaquille O'Reilly taking his pit stop right now, so we're going to see some more green flag pit stops with the next lap or so.
And I think that's probably about, I would think that'd be close to being scheduled.
Yeah, I guess time flies when you're having fun, huh?
That's what I'm saying, yeah. They're just flying around, having a good old time and calling the race.
Yep, and here comes the 67 of Cameron Hearn to take his pit stop.
Yeah, so we're cycling through another round here. Green flag pit stops at lap 94 here, 175 in the books. Guys have been pretty patient so far. Tom Whitmore coming down on pit road. Ariati's still out there. So it'll be interesting to see what guys stay out, what guys come in early. We know Mason Whitesell is one of those who is way off on a pit cycle. He's short pitting a lot. I think he's hoping maybe, I think if a caution came out later on, it might benefit him the most.
It most definitely will. And one thing I've noticed broadcasting these races is the 99 of Mason Whitesell. We usually see him to be one of the first cars that pits. And the 73 of Jake Nichols, he's usually one of the last cars.
Well, Jake, definitely very good when it comes to the pit strategy and tire management and whatnot. It looks like, though, you know, we'll also see Tyler Sipper try to follow suit right there. As David Shutt also might be another one. As if he gets up there and gets close to Jake, he's definitely going to hold with that same pit strategy. He's about 7 seconds now. Looks like David Shutt's still coming in the pit right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. You see him take the left turn on the pit road out of 4th. He's going to try to get in and out as quick as possible.
Absolutely. Still going to leave Jake up front with Tyler Sifford right there along with him. These guys definitely are running pretty good so far. We're under a bunch of green flag pit stops. Now, now's not the time when any of these guys would want to see a caution, because they put a lot of good cars a lap down.
Would make it interesting, though, wouldn't it?
You ain't lying, it would. Which, I mean, a lot of them will do the wave arounds. Be a good thing. I guess it could be a good thing and a bad thing, I reckon.
Well, yeah, you get that wave around, but you're not able to pit, and so the guys that are on the lead lap are able to pit again and have more fresher tires than you are by 5-10 laps or whenever the caution comes out.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to put Mike Rominger up the 4th place spot right now. Wesley Crump's going to be sitting in 5th. Mike Franklin right there in 6th. James Thorndike moving it up as we're cycling through here. And Mason White's going to be the first one a lap down. It's going to probably put him right back along, back up front here. As we still got about, I'm going to say, a good solid 20-some cars on out here running.
Yep, and you see the 73, Jake Nichols, he decides to go down pit road right now.
Yes, he does. Jake brings it down to pit road here. I got a feeling he's going to put 4 tires and fuel in that thing. He's definitely going to need it, as this track will eat some tires up. That's what Ethan was saying. A lot of those guys are complaining about out here. Tire wear.
Yep, and the 7 of Tyler Sisford, number 9 of Mike Rominger, and the number 83 of Wesley Crump, they all decide to follow. And the guy that's in the lead right now that hasn't took his pit stop is the 77 of Ariati.
Well, could benefit him later on in the race if this thing goes green.
Yeah, it most definitely could, Joe. Right now, he's probably hoping for a caution, put these guys a lap down, make them take that wave around and gain some momentum and still pick up on his track position.
Absolutely. Well, Jake's brought his pit and be able to bring it out right now. It's going to put Ariati up front. Be interesting to see when he's going to make that pit stop here. That's 77. He's definitely out there trying to get some laps, get some bonus points here. As we're lap 100, 75 more left here in the books tonight. Under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, folks, for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series. Just waiting to see when that man right there is going to come into pits. Interesting. He's staying out. What do you think? Is it a good strategy or not?
Yeah, I'd be really surprised not to see him pit right now, because the 73 Jake Nichols is about to get his lap back. So, you know, you got to try something different, something to get yourself out front. But looks like he's going to stay out this lap too.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Tyler Ducharme's moving up there. He's trying to get his lap back. Mike Franklin's another one that has yet to come into the pit stop along with James Thorndike.
Yeah, just look how much faster those cars are behind them that have those fresher tires.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see him stay out this long. I don't know if it's by design or if he just has something in mind of, hey, look, how many more pit stops do I have to make? Which, if he stays out much longer, he could do it on one more stop, where a lot of these guys are going to have to do it on 2.
Yeah, he really could. We'll have to put our pit reporter on that to see if he can get some insight and maybe talk to the 77 or other drivers that are staying out to see what their strategy is going forward. Yeah,
no doubt. Right now, looking very good so far. As Ariati's staying out here, I think that's got to be the strategy on it. As if he keeps staying, I know he's giving up a lot of time on the track, but he's looking at the fact if this thing goes green the rest of the way, he can make it on one more stop, and a lot of these guys can't. That's going to put him way out front if that happens like that.
It really is, but I'm not sure what the fuel mileage here is for this track.
Well, like I said last night, y'all were able to do 47, 48 laps. So, calculate around about the same for this one, give or take.
And hey, look what's happening. Caution's out.
Boy. Well, you know, we said he was staying out for one thing, but then again, caution actually helps him also.
It really is, Joe. And I'm looking right now. I don't know if Tom Whitmore was able to pass him before the caution came out or not, but it'd be interesting to see. And no, I don't think so.
That put me back on Wesley Crump, who on that wreck. I don't know who was involved.
Joe, this is going to put everyone a lap down but 9 cars.
Wow. Didn't see who was involved in that accident, did you?
No, I didn't. I'll see if I can get a look here.
Yeah, didn't put me back on anybody. Oh.
Maybe the 23 of Eric Jurgens?
Yeah, it's a possibility here.
Yep, that's it. It's 23 of Eric Jurgens. Looks like he just loses it coming on the tri-oval by itself.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just chalk it up at that right there. He just lost it. Now, like you said, Ariatti's going to come down on pit road. And wow, we were talking about it, staying out. And look at that. He got a caution.
He did, and Jake Nichols was able to pass him before that caution came out, so that really helped him.
They absolutely did. But you might as well, with as many cars a lap down, come on back down like Jake did. Come on back down, top that thing off, get you another 4 fresh tires because he's out there running a few. Why not? Because you're not going to lose a lot of track position on this.
Yep, and it's going to help Mason Witzel, James Thorndike, Cameron Hearn, Ariatti, and it's going to be really interesting to see if Ariatti, what he's able to do in clean air, and if he's able to hold the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, because we really haven't, like you said, we really haven't been able to see the speed from him since Daytona. I mean, he's been up front a couple times, but I'd be interested to see just how well he does here tonight, as it looks like Jake should be up there. So Jake gonna be about 7th or 8th, but Mike Franklin, James Thorndike, looks like the ones that are gonna be up there.
Yep, you're right, Joe, and that's really going to help them out. And, man, this is really interesting. In the last 70 laps here, we're really going to have to see what happens.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and these guys out here are... Now it begs the question of what do you do as far as pit strategy goes. I mean, you're definitely going to have to make one more stop. 75 laps. If you go another 40 from this point on, you definitely can go. So it puts everybody back on an even playing field as far as pit stops go. It's going to be interesting, but you're right. We're here live at Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights. Been a good one so far. Under caution, and a long green flag run right there. A lot of guys were taking green flag pit stops. That man right there in the 77 opted to stay out, and it benefited him.
It really did. He caught a lucky break, and we were talking about it. Before that caution came out, and this is really going to benefit him.
No doubt about it. Well, I'm interested to see what's going to happen now. Now, Jake is going to be marred in traffic a little bit. It looks like, from what I see, he's going to start about 6th spot.
Yeah, he is, so we'll see if he's able to come up through the field. But look at all these guys that are in front of the 77 of Ariatti. They're going to have to take the wave around, and they're going to be on older tires than the leaders.
Yes, they are. They're going to be in the back there and take a wave around. Now, Bobby Chaney was another one that got actually a pretty good one. He was actually... I think he's actually going to have to take away. Actually, no, he went into the pits, but he's sitting right now in the 8th spot.
Yeah, he might be just topping it off with fuel, and like I said again, I'm not really sure what the fuel mileage is. We'll have to get our pit reporter on that to see what kind of strategy these other drivers are going through.
No doubt about it. Well, I'll tell you what, about to get set to go back here green flag racing and talk about it. Well, let's get a report in, though, with down on pit road with Ethan Kurtz, and see if he's got any idea on what these guys fuel mileage wise can get going here. Ethan Kurtz, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. All right, you told me to talk to Ariatti, and that's what I did. Stressing how tight the track was and how he was saving his tires that run, and he wanted to make it one stop from here to the end of the race before that caution came out. So he was trying to make sure he had enough to save to the end of the race to make it one more stop from here. And the strategy worked for him. Obviously, he's back in the lead now. He's noticing how some of the drivers were racing their tires off, but he just wanted to save and make it one more stop.
Oh, good deal. Well, there you go. Well, he is out front as we go back green flag racing. That's Ethan Kurtz down on pit road doing some reporting for us, getting with the teams here. As Ariatti, he is out front, and he gets a run there. We'll see if he saves any tires this round, if he learned anything on that long round. But look at these cars. They are bunched up right there. James Thorndike, Cameron Hearns in the mix there. You got Jake Nichols, Tyler Ducharme. They're all in a single file, but 2x2. Wow, it's a storm of a fight going on now, Davis.
And Ariadne, we got another caution.
Caution out. That's a big one on the front stretch. Took me to Fisher Cannon. See one of them that was involved.
Yes, sir, I think so.
Yep. Oh, David Shutt making it 3 wide in the back there with Fisher and them. Looks like he's just off the pace a little bit. I don't know if he just got loose. But he's coming into turn 4. Oh, the net code between him and Dylan Landry right there as they just got together. Wesley Crump nowhere to go. Happened by actually behind old Fisher there. Wow. Hate to see that.
Yeah, you really do, and that's a product of catching these guys in the midway of pitting on green flag. Is you're putting some of those really fast guys in the back, and they get a little antsy back there, wanting to get to the front as fast as possible.
Yeah, definitely thinking they need to get up front, man, as quick as they possibly can here. Well, I'll tell you what, Ariadne, he got a good jump on that restart. Mike Franklin still hangs on to it right there in the second spot. Mason Weitzel there in third. James Thorndike in fourth. Jake Nichols able to put it back up in the fifth. Cameron Hearn in sixth. Tyler Ducharme seventh. Look at that, Mr. Consistency himself there. Bobby Chaney sitting in eighth spot. Tom Whitmore in ninth. David Shutt rounds out the top 10.
And this caution's really going to help the drivers that take that wave around, as they're going to be able to come down pit road and get 4 fresh tires and fuel.
Well, that's the ones that benefits the most on. If you're up front, definitely don't want to give up that track position to go down the pit road. If you're in the back, why not? I mean, go get you some tires and fuel.
Yep, and we've seen the 15 of Dylan Landry got in that wreck, and it really sucks for him because we've seen him had a really fast car tonight. So we're going to have to see if that damage affects him. It looks like his left side's pretty caved in.
Yeah, I hate to see that on his end because he was doing a very, very good job here tonight. Charlotte Motor Speedway was up front a couple times. That's just a product of what happens every once in a while. Guess what? Things just go awry and it goes, you end up in the back somewhere.
Yep, and that's just racing, Joe.
That's it. That's just racing. Well, definitely something we have to keep in mind here is Ariadne's up front. Mike Franklin, that's another one there. He might be able to pull off a good stop here tonight. I mean, we're at lap 112, 175.
Yeah, we really will, and it's really interesting to see the 77's able to grab a lead like he was on that last restart.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're still under a caution here. Guys in the back going back in, topping off just a little bit. Why not? Might as well while we're at it here. Under caution, if you're in the back side, you got nothing to lose. You're already back there. Get you a little 4 tires and fuel while you're at it.
Yep, there you go, Joe. Gain a little advantage on the competition and see if you can see if you can drive up through the field and get a good finish out of tonight.
There you go. Well, no doubt about it. Well, so we're going to sit here, folks. About say probably by the time we go back green flag racing, we're going to be on lap I'm going to say probably 115 when they cross the line. 175 here. Been a good one so far. We've seen a lot of long green flag runs, a lot of battling throughout the field here. Some strategies playing in the mix. But I tell you, if that 77 can pull a win off, punch his ticket into the chase, wow, that'd be another SRA threat there to Jake. And we've already seen one, Bobby Chaney. We've seen Jake win one. If Ariadne does it, well, that's just something Jake doesn't want to see. 2 SRA machines in the chase he's got to deal with.
Yeah, you're most definitely right. And you bring up Bobby Chaney. It's like we don't talk about him much during the race, but once we get to closing time, it's like he's always up there and ready to contend for a top 5.
I'll call him Mr. Consistency. There you go. He's definitely very consistent. Man's in the back a lot of times, but by the time we end up with it, he's up front there. Right now, showing in 7th spot as we're getting set to go back green flag racing again. Yeah, that's right. Hey, John, appreciate it out there. Well, I definitely want to appreciate the viewers and everybody and all the subscribers that subscribe. I see had another one there a minute ago. Subscribe. Appreciate that. As hey, hit the like button for these guys. You know the league would appreciate it. The drivers will out here. They come out here and they put on the performance for you. You know, week in and week out here. And right now, Ariotti, he's going to take this one to the point. He's going to have Mike Franklin on his outside. Mason Weitzel right there. James Thorndike. Jake Nichols sitting in this 5th place spot. Cameron Hearn and Tyler Ducharme. Count those guys out as we're getting set to go back green flag racing.
We got a bunch of heavy contenders up in the top 5, top 10. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens as we're about to go green.
There we go. Pace cars coming into turn number 4. Going to make that hard left turn off on pit road and send these monster machines a-flying into turn number 1 as Ariotti's out front here, and he's about to go to work here in just a few seconds. Pace cars in. Green flag's about to fly, and we're back to racing again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They come across the line for lap 114. 77 gets a good jump out front heading into 1. And it's a mess behind him as they all stacked up side by side.
77's able to grab about a five-length car advantage. Sorry, I'll get it out before this race is over. Car advantage over him, but the 99's coming at him, and the 3 is going to go below him and try to make the pass.
Yeah, he is. That's a dog fight on the inside. 99's trying to put that machine on the inside over there. Mason Weitzel is. Here comes Jake Nichols on the inside there, the 82 of Mike Franklin. He's bringing Cameron Hearn along with him. Ariotti holds off the charge at the 99 right now, though. But behind him, they are definitely all side by side as they come out of the turn here. Jake's on the inside, Mike's on the high side. He's got Cameron Hearn, a 3 wide coming into 3.
Joe, I don't know if you saw that move the 25 of Tyler Ducharme made, and I don't know how he was able to pull that one off. He was taking it 3 wide, and now he's underneath the 59. He's going to try to gain some momentum past the 24 of Bobby Chaney, but the 1 of David Shutt is coming right at him. He's all over his back bumper.
Yes, he is. Teammates up there beating and banging each other. Boy, door to door. The nightmare David Shutt's up there trying to scare him. He's on the inside of Tyler Ducharme there for a second. No, they're jockeying around. Oh, you talk about Mr. Extreme. They are blocking in every which way but the right way. And they're teammates, by the way, Davis.
Yeah, I noticed that too. In the 25 of Tyler Ducharme, he is being aggressive out there, and he's making it work too as he goes below the 67 of Cameron Hearn. But where did this speed come from?
I have no clue, man. Flipped the switch, said, I'm gone. He looks on the inside of 67. They go side by side, coming out of turn 2, storming down the bad stretch. They will still be locked together, door to door, heading into 3. It's going to be the 25. Is he going to get that run there? I don't know. He's got Jake right in front of him. He's not going to be able to scoot up the track coming out of 4.
He was about a fender there from clearing him right now. As he's still going toe-to-toe with the 73 of Jake Nichols, he's going to look to capitalize on the 73 and 82 fighting as he goes beneath the 82 of Mike Franklin.
Absolutely. Well, the 73 goes a little high there, Jake. On the inside, boy, I don't know what happened. I don't know what possessed the 25, but he definitely got possessed. Battle for the lead, battle for second place. These guys, man, they don't care if it's only lap 119 or 175. They're definitely putting a show on here at Charlotte.
He definitely is, and like you said, I don't know where it came from or how he's able to do it, but he is making it work right now. He's going to look to battle the 77 of Ariotti and the 99 of Mason Weitzel.
Yep, Mason Weitzel right there on the inside there of Ariotti as they still will go door to door, neck and neck. Coming in a 3, they'll still be side by side. That inside going to work for him. Is Ariotti going to hold him off on the high side? Tyler Ducharme's right there looking. He's going to open the door up as they come to the line. Tyler Ducharme's going to try to take that second spot away from the Wells. The inches right there. Jake's back watching this battle. And here comes the 25 to the point. Don't know where he got the speed, but him and Mason, they touch coming out of the turn.
They're going to have a drag race down the backstretch, and the 25 is going to be underneath them going to 3 and 4 to see if he can pull off that pass.
He's going to have that momentum carrying into turn. He's going to have to get it done coming out of turn, squeezing him down a little bit to 99. That's enough to get him to come off as they come across the line. And 99 there, Mason takes the point in the lead. Behind him, though, Jake Nichols on the inside, the 77. He's going to bring it to the front. The 25, Tyler Ducharme's going to try to throw the block on the inside here. He's going to try it again on the inside. Wow, I'll tell you, these guys are turning the wick up front.
They really are right now. As you see him, he's almost able to clear him, but the 99 is going to have the momentum coming out of 4th.
Yes, he is. Is he going to be able to get it? No, definitely can't. And the one thing that 99 is doing, flirting with disaster lap after lap, getting very close to him, trying to get that squeeze and a side job on him. But right here, I think the 25, well, nope. Momentum carried him on the high side. Here comes Mason again out of 2.
There's still drag racing out there. The 99's almost able to clear him, but he's not going to be able to as they come in 3 and 4. And look at the run on the entry that number 25 of Tyler Ducharme gets.
Yeah, it is. A bad thing about it is they're tearing tires up doing this. Jake's sitting back there loving every bit of it, chomping at the bit going, fellas, y'all battle it out. I'll just sit back here and wait patiently. And when your cars fall off, I'll come right back by you, waving at you as I do it. As Ariotti's sitting back in the same thing. Tyler Ducharme's doing everything he can on the inside. Mason Weitzel in the wall just a little bit. He just touched it ever so slightly.
I guarantee you that 25 of Tyler Ducharme's got a smile. I mean, the 73 of Jake Nichols has got a smile on his face, but you see the run the 77 got.
Yeah, he did. Boy, Ariotti's definitely trying to sit right here. Behind him, they are definitely battling up a cool breeze. You got David Schutt right there, Mike Franklin door to door. But look at Jake Nichols. He knows that those guys use some tires up a little bit, and he can just close it in. He's looking. He's going to try to buy his time to go around that 25 machine.
Yeah, I think we're really going to start to see a fall off with the 99, the 25, so we're going to see if the 73 and 77 of Ariotti can capitalize on it.
Absolutely. Right now, settled down a little bit up front there. It's Tyler Ducharme sitting there in second spot, riding in the tire tracks of Mason Weitzel. Gets a good run coming in, can't make the pass. Behind him, though, you got Jake Nichols all over the back deck lid of him at that Alan J. Elwood Designs machine of Tyler Ducharme. Behind him, he's got Ariotti. Behind him, Cameron Hearns brought him to the mix. And you also got David Schutt right there. We're about to have about 5-6 cars in the mix here in a second, Davis.
We really are, Joe, and I think the 99 and the 25 are starting to fall off, and they're slowing the rest of these cars behind them up, and they're able to catch up.
Yeah, it is. Boy, Mike Franklin got in the wall and almost was disastrous right there because he got in the wall in front of a pack, and they had to check up. Well, Tom Whitmore's making moves, too. He's sitting back there in the 8th spot, along with James Thorndike. He still knows to tail up front. There goes the 25. Going to try it one more time. It opens the door up for the 73 of Jake. He's going to try to open it up and run right through it.
Yeah, that 25 is just going to have to protect that bottom. You might see the 73 try to go high.
Yeah, it is. Here he goes one more time inside. See if he can't get it done. Jake's going to stay on the high side. Could lock the 25 down there. Nope. Jake says, well, let me see if I can't go 3. No, block down the bad stretch. Wow, these guys are racing like it's the last lap.
They absolutely are. And wow, I haven't seen that aggression from the 73 all season.
Not since last night. Well, last night he had to drive the wheels off that thing. And you know what? Here's the thing. Most of this season, Jake's found himself in positions like this. It's not been that he's been out front. He's had to battle for positions and get up there and make the wins. And right now he's got to figure out what he needs to do. As long as those guys are held up, the problem is now he's got his hands full with Ariotti, who goes on the inside of him.
He really does, and you know he's got to be getting aggressive. And there goes the 25 in the wall.
Yeah, he does. 25 slid up the track, got tight, man, as he did. That's what we thought was going to happen, is he got that run on the inside. He got tight coming off. The 77 Ariotti's back to the point. He's on the inside. Problem is, I just don't think he's going to be able to hold it down there on that inside for long.
It's going to try to have to, and I think the 25, he had the 99 cleared, and he went up above him, but the 99 didn't let off and just hit him right in the rear bumper.
Yep, got that momentum push that we were seeing from the high side, and that's what we're talking about. If you're on the low side, you move up there, it seems like you lose your momentum just a little bit. And the guy on the high side has so much momentum, and the closing rate so fast. Look at Jake Nichols on the back deck lid, the 99 there is a 77 Ariotti. He's going to go door to door. They're out of the turn coming down the back stretch here. They'll head off into 3. Let's see. Boy, they are very close, man, with each other.
They are, and I think the bottom line is where you want to be, but you're still going to eat up your tires, so it's really hard to tell right now. The 77's got the lead right now, but he's still not able to clear the 99 of Mason Wetzel.
No, it's not. Well, right now, that looks like that in the middle of that inside groove's where you want going in. He clears him that time. Problem is, you need that high groove or middle high groove coming off, and that's where these guys are on the outside. They're able to maintain. If you don't make that pass going in, it looks like you're not going to make it. We'll see what Jake's able to do. Looks like he's going to be able to clear him, and that's going to put Mason Weitzel back in the 3rd spot. Behind them, though, they go side by side with David Schutt and Cameron Hearn. We still got another battle happening up front with the 77 and 73.
And the 77, the 73, they were able to clear the 99 and 25, so now the 77's just got to work on his patience and try to hold Jake Nichols off.
Yes, he does, but it looks like he's not going to be able to. Jake goes to the high side here. They'll go door to door. David Schutt's back there side by side with the 67. Let's see if Ariotti can hold him off. Ariotti can only do so much coming out of four. They squeeze each other a little bit. Don't touch, man. That's some skill driving right there, Davis.
It really is. These are the best drivers in iRacing, and they're showcasing that right now.
No doubt about it. The SRA brought over Ariotti. Said, look, this is our secret weapon to take out the Superman himself, Jake Nichols. He is showing tonight. 3 wide behind him. Mason Weitzel gets loose. Here comes David Shutt. If he can get up there, excuse me. Look like I choked up over the action.
Oh, yeah. And they're still battling out for the lead right now. And them battling out is going to be able to let the number 1 of David Shutt and the 67 of Cameron Hearn catch up and make it a 4-way battle for the lead.
Absolutely. Something Jake Nichols don't want to see. Another SRA teammate coming up here messing with him. Because right now he's got his hands full with the 77. Just cannot clear him. He does a crossover. He says, well, let me try on the inside for a while here. See if I can't get it done.
Yeah, the 77 just needs to pinch him down there, make him use up his tires, but I think letting him have that low side is really going to hurt him here, and I think the 73 of Jake Nichols is going to pass him.
Yeah, he is right there to go door to door as he come across the line, heading off into turn 1. They'll still go side by side. Let's see if the run gets on the 77. If he can get slid up there, the problem is he can't quite get it. Wow, that crossed it over. That's what we're seeing here. The guy on the inside, once he gets that run and goes up and high, he just has to slide up, and when he does, he loses all that momentum that he carried into the turn.
Somebody needs to tell him this is asphalt racing and not dirt track, and you can't be doing those slide jobs.
No doubt about it. Looks like Jake cleared him on the pass right there at the 77, though. That's Ariotti going to try it one more time. If he opens the door up a little bit, I believe David Shutt, though, in the mix. It's 39 to go here. Wow, this is the battle that they wanted to see from the SRA camp. Ariotti right here on the back end of Superman. They say it's our secret weapon here. We brought him over. And we haven't, like you were saying, we haven't seen the speed all race long. But I tell you what, right now, we're definitely seeing it.
And you're right, Joe, and it looks like going into that corner, the 77 had to check up to avoid hitting and taking out the 73 of Jake Nichols, and it looked like it cost him just a little bit, but we're going to see if he can regain it and try to battle out for the lead again.
Well, you know, get back there, cool them tires down just a little bit and try it out again. Here's what lap 38 to go right now. Jake's out front, and he's trying to, you know, this is the thing. Jake all season long, he might have won races, might have been out front. Thing about it is this season, every time he's got out front, he's always had a battle. And look at that move the 77 Ariotti gets going into the turn. He'll go door to door. And a little bit of damage on Jake Nichols' car there when they went side by side. I see that on the left side. You see that?
Yeah, dude's got some damage on that left front fender right there, and I don't know if it's affecting him or what, but right now we see the 77 take it low. Still not able to clear him as Jake Nichols is going to have the momentum coming on the high side as they cross the finish line.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a mimic of what happened last night. Drag race to the line there, and Jake had it by inches. Could be another one here, but that damage could be hindering him going into the turns here as Ariotti's on the inside. Just can't make that pass clear coming off the turn. Folks heading into 3, they still will go side by side. We're just watching and seeing that damage. Be interesting to see, maybe get a report on where he might have got hit if he went side to side and bumped each other with something, but he's definitely got damage on the left side of the 73.
Definitely does, but we got a caution out, Joe.
Caution's out. Wow, this one's going to mix it up then. Put me back on Wesley Crump. Is that who it is? I don't think it is.
Oh, it's the 25 of Tyler Descharn.
Oh, wow. He was up front running pretty good, too.
Looks like the 82, looks like the 25 was high, then he went down just a little. He didn't see the 82 coming, and it got some contact, and it took out him and the 15.
Trying to find the 25. Wow. There he is. All right, watching a replay right here. We'll let the viewers see. Yeah, he was off the pace. He got in the wall earlier on. Earlier on in that run. So watching the replay right here, went back a little bit. Looks like that's the 82 of Mike Franklin, I believe that is. Coming up on the back end of him there. Well, this is definitely going to mix it up because this should be the last pit stop. Now, here's what you got to think about, though. We got back green flag racing. It's probably going to be like lap 30. So we're still watching the replay here. Let the viewers see what happened. But we go back green flag racing. It'll be about 30 laps to go. That's still a pretty long time. You definitely want to think about saving tires. So what do you do? Save tires early on or go for it early on and save tires later.
You got to do whatever Jake Nichols doesn't.
Good answer. There you go.
But Joe, we haven't really talked about, I don't know if he got in some trouble early on with the number 6 of Tom Whitmore, but if you go back and look at it, he just barely misses the 15. And he had to make some evasive maneuvers there, but look like the Matt Hoover, number 15 Dylan Landry, and the 25 of Tyler Deshawn were all involved in that accident.
Wow. Yeah, I must have went back a little bit too far here because I'm still watching. I see the 83s coming up on the 25. So, still watching here on the replay. I think it's about to happen right here.
The 6 of Tom Whitmore, he was able to miss that wreck, but he's got damage all over his car. So I don't know if something happened on earlier in that run because he's a lap down right now, but it looks like he might get the lucky dog.
Oh yeah, the 15 just barely got clipped. And we'll see. Tom Whitmore's coming out of turn 4. Well, Tom missed it. Don't know if he got into the wall, but he came out of turn 4, was getting it. And he missed that. He missed him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He missed the wreck, and he didn't get any damage from it, but he's got damage on his car from earlier, so I'm wondering if something happened earlier in that last run, because his right side and his left side are all caved in.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, my curiosity here is also, has got to be with that number 73 machine. I didn't see where he might have got that left side damage, but boy, they were up there battling awful hard earlier on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joe. It'd be interesting to see where he, in fact, did get that damage.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, under caution here again. It actually has been a fantastic wreck. It was All-American. He definitely did avoid it pretty good. Tom did. Well, Davis, these guys were going so fast, they got me all choked up up our racing.
Oh, yeah, they do, man. It's been really interesting, and we have seen this week in and week out. I keep telling y'all, tell your friends, tell your family to come out here and watch these races, and I haven't been wrong because these guys are putting on a show.
You know, and you're right. Every race so far this season has been a nail-biter and a thriller. I mean, even in the Xfinity Series and whatnot, these guys have put on some very, very good shows. Very, very good racing. And I'll say it again. If you don't like this kind of racing, well, I'm going to tell you, maybe you like golf. I don't know what else to do for you because, hey, it must be either a boring person like John T. Wimmis used to say, or, yeah, I'll just say you just need some help.
Most definitely, man. We need to call up iRacing, get these guys on the portal, and showcase these guys because they are definitely putting on a show.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Jake Nichols is going to take him on the point. David Shutt, wow. This is something that Jake didn't want to see. David Shutt and Ariotti up there. The good thing is he's got his teammate Tyler Sifford up there, so we'll see if Tyler can give him a hand a little bit. Mason Weitzel back up there. That's something you don't want to see. And Bobby Chaney, look at that. Boy, when you talk about SRA, they just rise to the occasion. As pace cars in, here we go. We'll see if Jake Nichols can get a run here and take off. As he's holding him up just a little bit. Now he goes. Ariotti didn't get the run he needed there. But Jake, he definitely held up the field there to the bitter end.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I was watching the 77. He was leaving a pretty good sized gap between him and the 73 to try to jump the start. But I think Jake Nichols recognized that, and that's why he waited so long to go.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look at that, man. Bobby Chaney trying to move on the inside of the 7. Can't get it done. Ariotti right there makes it on the second place there as Mason Weitzel's all at the back end. Again, like we said, we're sitting here in about, we still got 29 to go here. As Tyler Sifford there, he's up in the 4th place. That's the birthday boy.
He is, and I just watched the 77. He let the 99 go, and I think he did that by design because he knows the 99 and Mason Weitzel is going to get up there and battle Jake Nichols. They're side by side right now.
Oh, when they touched them coming out of the turn right there, almost could have been disastrous just a little bit. I think that damage is hindering Jake just somewhat. I got a feeling. Be interesting to find out. Get another caution, maybe get a talk in with Jake just to see what he's feeling with that car, because I think that front side damage is hurting him. Boy, Mason Weitzel just went right by him. 77 still there. And here comes David Shutt. He's on the inside. He'll go door to door with the 7. They touch a little bit coming out of turn number 4.
And I know Ariotti, he wants to try to save his tires, but he's got to stay in front of the 1 and the 7. If he stays in this position right now, he'll look really good, but he's still got to hold on to that 3rd position. If he goes any further back, it's really going to be hard regaining track position. They're side by side going down the backstretch. The number 1 of David Shutt and the 1 of Tyler Sifford. It looks like Tyler Sifford just lets off going into the entry, and the 1 is able to clear him coming out of 4.
Absolutely. Boy, look at that. Tyler Sifford right there on the back end of David Shutt doing everything he can. Hey, don't count out that man, the number 9 machine right there. He's right there in that, that's Mike Rominger.
Yeah, he's showing some speed too late in this race as he's going to be battling the, we got a caution out, Joe.
Caution out, all right. Well, put me back on Shaquille. Who'd you see?
We got the 82 Mike Franklin, the number 67 of Cameron Hearn, and the number 34. And we've seen Cameron Hearn showing a lot of speed. We see Mike Franklin too, but it looks like him, Mike Franklin in the 34 rubbed a little bit coming out at 2, and the Mike Franklin got on the apron, got loose. The 67 tried to take it 3 wide to clear him, and it just ended up congesting them and taking them all 3 out.
Wow. Let's go back one more time here. Oh yeah, he hit the wall right there.
And it looks like they're going, all the drivers decide to go down pit road right now and take 4 fresh tires. Or
hey,
2.
Why not? Yeah, two might be a thing. Alright, here we go. Watch this replay here. Yeah, let's Cameron Hearn's back there. Mike Franklin and company. Yeah, Mike Franklin and them got together. Cameron Hearn went 3 wide. Not a move you want to do. The thing is they all there, but boy, the 1 car went sliding back up on the track. Whew. 3 cars involved. Hard hits right there.
Looks like the 99 of Mason Whistle's going to beat him off pit road. 2nd, 77 of Ariotti, and 3rd, Jake Nichols. Don't know if he just had a slow stop there or what happened.
Well, I did find out also what happened to the left side there. Jake Nichols, he got in between with the 77 when they were side by side. A little bit of net code involved there. So a little touching when they were actually side by side racing earlier on. That's what got the damage on the front side of the car.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know right here. But 73, Jake Nichols, he's going to have some traffic to get through on this restart.
Well, he's definitely had his hands full here. This plays into the hand of the 99 of Mason Weitzel. He's a short style runner, loves running very hard. Right now, he definitely is, he's out front where he wants to be. Ariotti, well, hey, he's there where he wants to be. It's a who's who of anybody. Definitely could be the 99, it could be the 77, it could be 73 up there. It could be David Shutt, it could be Tyler Sifford. I mean, it's we got a lot of guys up here that definitely can pull this thing off.
Yeah, we really do. We're going to have about 20 laps to go once they take the green flag here, and I think this falls into the 99 of Mason Wetzel's hands. Like you said, he's good on those short runs, and the 77 and 73 are better on the long run, so I think this little sprint to the finish is really going to help the 99 of Mason Wetzel.
There you go. Hey, I agree with you. I'm going to see if Ariotti's definitely got some short run speed in it. And let's see if Jake Nichols has been holding back. Every time we talk about Jake, man, having a long run, he always surprises us and boom, up to the front. We know David Shutt definitely loves these short style sprints to the finish, because when we go back green, it's probably going to be 20 laps to go.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting for sure. As they battled this whole entire race, and here we go, 20 to go, and they're stacked up again.
Who's your favorite?
And I'm going to have to pull for the 77 Ariati. Nothing against the other drivers, but I'd like to see what he can do. We've talked about him all season long. Really haven't seen the speed since Daytona. But then again, I like the number 1 of David Shutt. And, hey, got to pull for the birthday boy, the number 7 of Tyler Sifford. I gave you 20 different answers there.
That's all right. Hey, I'm with you. I definitely like the I like his chances in that 77. Definitely looking at David Shutt. He's up there. I mean, and don't count out Mason White, so he definitely wants this thing. Never want to count out Jake either. I like to see old Tyler Sifford get up there, man, and run down this group. Maybe get up there and give him a fight. Pull this win out.
There we go. How about that birthday present?
Absolutely. Well, so here we go. Getting set here to go back green flag racing. As it's coming down the back stretch, it's going to be lap 21. It's going to be 20. Actually, going to be 21 to go when they cross that line, and it'll definitely be go time.
Will, between the 99 and Mason Witzel, he likes to take the outside, and I've noticed that from him all season long on these restarts. He always chooses the outside, but I don't know why.
I don't either. Not 100% why he likes that outside either. Let's see. Well, I mean, you know, he's got the advantage of being a leader. He definitely can take it all in the restart here. So here we go. Pace car's coming out of turn number 4. It'll let loose. It heads off on the pit road, and look at that. He wastes no time. Boy, in the 77, spun the tires a little bit. Looks like David Shutt gets a good run. That checks up Jake Nichols up there, who's got his hands full with Tyler Sifford and Mike Rominger. Look at David Shutt. He takes off. He knows it's go time. When they come around, will be 20 laps to go the next time by.
Yeah, Joe, I think that's going to hurt the 73 of Jake Nichols. It might give him some engine damage because he took a pretty hard lick there into the 77's back bumper.
Yeah, he did. We'll have to keep an eye on that right there if it slowed him up. Definitely that damage on the inside, the corner side of it, definitely hurting him just a little bit. Might have bumped up the front nose of it some. Could hurt some of the aerodynamics. But what he'd like to see is that 1 and 77 there, David Shutt and Ariati battling out. Doesn't look like it's hurt him so far as he's been able to gain speed and he's catching these guys up there.
Yeah, and the 77 and the 1 of David Shutt, they're going to have to work together here. They don't need to battle. They need to try to catch the 99 because we know he's going to be flying flat out around this track.
Absolutely. And, yeah, old Brent out there talking about ESPN as a fallen network.
Well, hey, you know who's on the rise? OSR Network.
There you go. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's all across the viewers, the leagues, and the excitement that these guys put on right now as Ariati goes on the inside of David Shutt right there. They'll go 2 by 2. Here comes Jake Nichols along with him. We'll see if he can't get it done. He's definitely got some front nose damage, not slowing him down too much. The birthday boy, Mr. Popularity himself, Tyler Sifford's right there behind him. They're bringing up Mr. Extreme there, the Napa know-how man, the number 9, Mike Rominger. He's going to get in this mix if they stay battling. Man, loving it though, Davis. That 99 out front.
They are. These guys need to get straightened out to see if they can try to catch them, but it looks like they're not listening if they want every single position they can get.
No doubt about it. Well, it don't look like that nose damage is hurting Jake too much right now. Just have to see how it hurts him when he gets out in air. When he's behind the car, might not be too bad. When he gets out there in clean air, that's where it might hurt him a little bit. He's still going door to door with the 73 of Ariati.
Yeah, he is. He's able to clear the 77 of Ariati. It looks like he's going to try to take that second position. And look at Tyler Sifford in the 7, taking it low against the 77 of Ariati.
Yes, he does. Tyler Sifford goes on the inside of 77. Here we go. Jake Nichols going to try to battle along with the nightmare himself, David Shutt, there for the second spot. We got a battle going on, though, between the 7 machine of Tyler Sifford and the number 77 machine of Ariati. There he goes. Battle for second, battle for third and fourth right here. Well, I'll tell you what, we got battles all over the place.
We really do, and like we said earlier, you know who's loving that? It's the 99 of Mason Whistle. He is just checked out to about over a 1 second lead.
Yes, he is. Right now, he loves all the battling going on. As the 1 of David Shutt says, not so fast, Jake. I got your number tonight. I'm not letting you get away from me this quickly. As he powers back on the outside, heading into turn number 1. They still go 2 by 2. Stacked up double time. Here's coming out of 2, coming down the back stretch, storming on these things under the lights here at Charlotte.
They definitely are. It's the 73 of Jake Nichols still trying to be able to clear it, but it looks like he can't. It looks like the 77 of Ariati is going to clear the 7 of Tyler Sifford. But as I say that, the 7's still holding on pretty strong.
Yes, he is. A man up front, 99's loving every minute of the things he's seen in his rearview mirror. Keep battling, guys, for at least another about 10 laps. I love to see it because right now, Jake makes the pass on him. Going to be interesting to see if he can maintain speed there, and if David Schutt can pull back on him here. As here comes Tyler Sifford. He is still neck and neck there with the 77 of Ariotti. They come out of the turn, coming out of turn 4, heading to the line this time by. There'll be 13 to go.
Uh-oh, Joe. Mason just ran at 27.947. Jake just ran at 27.778, so he is coming in a hurry.
Yes, he is trying to bulldoze that thing to the front side with the 73 machine there. Mr. Superman himself there, Jake Nichols, he is out front there in the second place, trying to run down that 99 machine. Mason, even if he is run his tires off a little bit now, he knows it's go time. We got 12 to go this time by. Does Jake have enough time? He's 8/10 behind. If he keeps knocking a 10th off, he's going to be on the back door there of the 99. The problem with that, Davis, as soon as he goes and battles with the 99, the number 1 there, David Schutt's going to be in the mix.
He is, and the 1's just got to be able to hold with him right now and let it play out in front of him. He might be able to steal one here, but look at the 7 of Tyler Sifford and 77 of Ariotti still battling out.
Yes, they are. They crossed the line. They were side by side. Looks like Tyler Sifford got the best of it. Nope. Ariotti said, I'm coming back on the inside again. He looks down there, not going to be able to make the pass. They come out of 2 down the back stretch. They still go nose to tail as they come here. Jake's just not closing in like he was before. Just a little bit here. He's 7/10 back. 11 to go. They'll come across the line. Will be 10 more laps here tonight at Charlotte.
As they cross the line right there, Mason runs a 28.151. Jake runs a 28.053. I think he's going to catch him here, Joe.
It's going to be very, very close. If he catches him, it's going to be like on a closing lap. Again, David Schutt right there in striking distance. So is Tyler Sifford. If they all get up there and start battling, it could be any 4 or 5 of these cars here. So it's not out of the woodwork to see it. Right now, Mason Weitzel out front doing everything he can in his tender machine. Boy, he's definitely like, hey, guys, y'all just stay back here and battle a little bit more, please.
I think that Jake, either he's burned his tires off or he's just letting them cool down and getting ready for the run because he was less than a 10th faster that lap.
Absolutely. Still just a little bit. He's 5/10 back, got 9 laps to go. If he keeps clocking a 10th a lap, he will be able to do it. Think about it is, eventually he's going to level off with him. And it's going to be all a matter of, though, if Mason Weitzel's run his stuff out up front.
Yeah, it is, Joe. It's really going to be interesting to see what goes down here because even if he does catch him, he's still got to pass him. And we've seen how hard it is to pass at this track.
Well, we saw it last night when they got side by side. Definitely those guys, man, they came through across the line. They was just side by side, inches upon each other. And here comes Jake. He's got that thing wound up as tight as he can coming out of turn 4, trying to run down that 99 machine. Now, the 99's got damage on his nose also, so Jake's got damage on his. David Schutt's losing a little bit here, but he could gain that up in a heartbeat if they start battling.
Yeah, he really could right now. It's 73 is about a 10th and a half faster right there. And Mason's got a 3.5 lead.
You know, at what point does Jake sit around and say, boy, I tell you what, I've had to earn and work for every victory I've got so far this season. And he has. Every time it's not been a dominating performance out of him race after race that we've seen. Every time he's had to get up there, race hard, put himself in a position. We saw it with David Schutt a couple weeks ago. And we got a mess of cars behind him as David Schutt's got Tyler Sifford, Ariotti's on the back end. There we go. Jake has caught him.
He has, in the fastest out of this 5 group of cars, the 77 of Ariotti. And look at that run. He gets on the bottom, but Jake is right there on the 99's back bumper, and here he goes.
Yes, he is right there looking on the inside. Can he make the pass, or the 99 going to be able to hold him off? As we're going to have 5 to go this time by as they head off into turn number 1. Well, there he made the pass on the 99, made it look simple right there. Goes to the point. I thought they would have fought a little bit more.
I definitely was expecting the 99 to pinch him on the bottom, but man, the 73 of Jake Nichols just made that look easy.
Yeah, it is. I think the damage on the front of that 99 of Mason Weitzel's machine has hurt him more than what he thinks it has.
It has, but we said the 73 of Jake Nichols has got damage too, and now he's in clean air. We're going to have to see if that holds him back as they got 3 to go.
They do. 3 to go. They come across the line here down the back stretch. Saw David Schutt's hanging on the 3rd spot. He's got Tyler Sifford right there behind him with 77. They'll go door to door. They're slamming each other heading into 3. 77's got nowhere to go. Ariotti to come out of turn 4 here. Whoa, the 99's in the wall.
He is in the water. David Shutt's going to go on the high side to try to pass him. 99 tries to block him. They're 3 wide, and that's going to stack them up right there. And they're one's in the wall. The 7 of Tyler Siffert's in the wall as well, and caution's out.
Caution's out. Race over right there. Boy, I tell you what, the 99 went up into the wall. He threw a block on all those cars. What he did, David Shutt had nowhere to go, and it was a bump and run deal up front. And Ariotti had to go on the inside. He already was on the inside. The problem is, when he went on the inside, he hit the apron, came back up right into Tyler Siffert, who was right there, and it definitely was a block move by the 99 there to hang on to that thing.
Yeah, Joe, I'm not really sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, well, closing laps, you know, he had it there. David Shutt had a run coming. Ariotti had nothing that he could do. Well, he tried to do everything he could on the inside, hang on to it. But Jake's going to pull this one off. Ariotti's going to come in second. It's going to show Mason Weitzel right there in third. David Shutt's going to be in fourth. Mike Rominger in fifth. Bobby Cheney's going to end up here in sixth. Tom Whitmore pulling it up seventh. Shaquille Ray eighth. Nick Hunt. Oh, good run for Nick Hunt there in ninth. Ryan Coleman right there rounds out the top 10. Unfortunately, Tyler Siffert showing in 12th. He got the bad end of the stick on that deal.
He really did, Joe. He was just the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's really going to take the worst end of the stick on that, and that's definitely going to hurt him in points. Then again, we're going to have to see if the 99 gets an EOL, because if you do cause an accident, then you get an EOL, so it'll be interesting to see what the admins say about that, say if it's a racing deal or what happened. Yeah,
that's going to be a very tough one. I'm not in the admin booth, but just to come off that and look, that's a tough one, and obviously the 7 not going to be very happy with the 99 on that deal. He's blowing up right now. It's going to be hard for him to make it. He can make it to the last lap, but you know that right there, that's a tough one, because I mean the 99 slapped the wall. He threw a block on the one. When he did, 77 dove on the inside along with Tyler Siffert. They all were 3 wide right there. They all kind of just pushed and got loose and got into each other. I mean, tough call. Me just chalk it up as a racing deal. I mean, I guess maybe if you wanted to say shouldn't have threw the block like he did, I mean, it was way off the pace, but hey, going for position either way.
Yeah, it definitely is, Joe. Definitely is, Joe. It's the last few closing laps. Can't really blame him. Got to fight for every single position you can out there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Was across the line. We definitely know Jake Nichols going to take this one in the books here tonight. Ariotti's going to hang on to it here in second spot. They're going to show Mason Weitzel right now sitting in third. And I think that's pretty much going to hold like it is there. Well, Tyler Siffert, he was able to hang on to 11th place spot. What a finish to another exciting race. Charlotte, wow, has just been, wow.
Yeah, it definitely is, Jeff. What a race, what a finish. We've seen Jake Nichols from 73 bounce back and take the win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Jake, he was out front, and he was hoping that it would hang on like it did, and he was able to, and a good finish there. I mean, he definitely earned the victory tonight, because he drove the wheels off that machine. He had a lot of competition up front there.
Yeah, he definitely did. What a race, seen him battling out all day, and he definitely earned that win.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we're getting some interviews in here. I'll bring up our third place man here, Mason Weitzel here. Let's get talking with him, Davis.
Hey, Mason Weitzel, it's David Strickers up here in the OSR Network booth. Man, we've seen you battling out for the win there. Those last 20 laps. What is your strategy there as Jake Nichols is coming up behind you?
I got a good restart there, and I just drive as hard as possible to try and gap them. As soon as I saw they were too wide, yeah, unfortunately burned the tires off way too fast.
Yeah, we definitely were watching that, and we didn't know if Jake was going to be able to catch you. But when he got up to you, did you think about blocking him, or what was going through your mind when he got up to your back bumper?
I was going to try and hold him on the inside, but he caught me so fast, and the tires were just gone at that point. I didn't take any fuel on that last stop, so it was really low on fuel. I was just plowing really bad, so it's kind of a sit and duck.
Most definitely, and we've seen you got involved in a little bit of an accident right there. Just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that accident.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I know I hit the wall off the corner and tried to stay high. I thought everybody was going to go low and just kind of bottlenecked everybody up. So I'm going to go back, check out the replay, and see what happened.
10-4 on that one. If you're going to New Hampshire next week, you think you got anything for them?
New Hampshire's one of my good tracks. I'm pretty decent at flat tracks, so we'll see. And I just want to give a shout out to Performance Motorsports and everybody down there for helping me out and being good teammates.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again on your 3rd place finish, Mason, and we'll look forward to watching you battle it out in New Hampshire next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that's a 3rd place man right there, Mason White's a boy pulling it off. And like you said, just tried to stay high, went high, and then a couple other cars went with him, and just a bottleneck there on the end. But either way, let's get to talk here with the 2nd place man, that's number 77, Ariotti, who definitely had a good finish tonight, had a very fast car here.
Hey Ariotti, this is Davis Richards up here in the OSR network booth. Man, we watched you lead a handful of laps, watched you battle it out there for the win and those closing laps, and we noticed something there. You just weren't getting the restarts that you would like to get. Do you have any problems there?
No, let's restart. When the 99 restarted on my outside, I really couldn't see where he was, and I just missed it and got Jake in the back of me. So on that particular restart, it was just a bad deal on my part.
Well, do you think that damage might have affected you in those last 20 laps?
Well, actually, I don't think there was any damage to the car. It's just I'm not. My strength comes more in the later on in the run. I'm more of a long run kind of driver. I'm really not good at these 10, 20 lap stints. So yeah, these guys definitely had the advantage tonight. This is just going to be really hard to pass, and the only card I really had to play was just save my tires the entire race, and that was pretty much what I did. That pit, I think it was maybe the 3rd stint we had about 70 laps to go. I stayed out, and I was just going to pit one more time while I think everyone else was going to have to pit 2 more times. So that was my plan the entire time. I really can't compete with these guys in the short run.
Yeah, me and Joe, we were talking about it during that stint right there, and we were wondering what you were doing. We kind of figured that you were trying to make it on just one more pit stop, but it definitely worked out in your favor as you were able to regain the lead and hold your car up there in the front for the entire race. But on those last 20 laps, if you could have cleared the 99, the 1, and the 7 of Tyler Sifford, you think you could have the 73 of Jake Nichols, do you think you could have gave the 99 any fight for the win?
Honestly, and no offense to the 99, I think so, because he was, the entire race, he was just driving as hard as he could the first 10 laps or so, and then he would just come back, and we were gaining at least a tenth on him every lap, or at least half a tenth on him every lap. So the 99, I could have gotten to him. The getting by him would have been another issue right there, but it was really hard getting by Jake tonight. I mean, he was just really, really fast, so even if I'd have gotten by the 99, I'm sure Jake would have been on my butt and probably would have gotten by me, or at least next to me. So yeah, it is what it is. I'll definitely take a 2nd place, because I mean, the competition in this league, it's ridiculous. Everyone's just fighting, they're driving as hard as they can, just a little bit over the heads if you ask me, but I mean, it's great competition. It's definitely really, really competitive, so I'll definitely take a 2nd place finish tonight.
Well, we've talked about it over and over again. Jake Nichols, he's still winning the races, but he's having to battle it out and work hard for it, especially against you and the SRA camp over there. Y'all are definitely giving him a run for his money. But before I let you go, you got anyone out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys for broadcasting. It's going to be fun to watch this. It's fun to go back and watch the races, no matter how bad or how well you do. I got to thank just the admins, everyone who puts these races on, and the drivers who show up. I love it. We've always got at least like 25 or 30 drivers here, so I gotta, props to all the drivers who show up every week. It's been a blast so far.
Well, congratulations again on your 2nd place finish, and we'll look forward to see you up front next week at New Hampshire.
I don't know about that. We'll see. Flat tracks aren't my forte, so yeah, we'll see. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one there.
All right, that's some Ariati right there, man. And a little rejected on it, but like you said, he'll take second place. A lot of competition here. Let's head on down here to Victory Rings. I know it's got to be one tired camper again here with the 73 of Jake Nichols. Jake Nichols, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
I'll tell you what, it just seems like week in and week out, though, when you do get a win, you're having to earn these things here this season. The competition out here is just stacked big here tonight. And again, you were having a battle throughout this whole entire race here at Charlotte under the lights, but you pulled it off. Man, take us through those last couple laps.
Those last 50 laps were pretty crazy. I know the first 120 were pretty tame. We got a couple runs in. We'd have a few wrecks here and there, but for the most part, we just kept going green. I was just sticking to my main strategy, as always, just staying out longer than everyone else, or trying to at least to maximize the long run speed as much as possible that we already had. Those last 50 laps, though, there was no long run speed needed because you ran hard. We were all pushing the limits of these cars, and it was really fun. It turned into a brawl between, I think it was four or five of us, and there were a couple incidents, but overall it's pretty clean, door to door for the most part. I was tempted to make it 3 wide a couple times there, but didn't need to. Everyone thinned out enough, and in that last restart, it was going to be tough. We really had to push hard because it was just going to be a 15-20 lap run, so there's no long run speed to really save up. You really just had to push. We caught Mason at the perfect time, and I knew if I could just clear him, I drove it hard into turn 1 to try to clear him. I knew if I cleared, I could hold him off. At least try to, and have a good shot, but either way, that was a really good race, really fun, especially the last 50 laps.
Yeah, no doubt. Fun for us up here to call and watch as you guys out there battling it out, neck and neck. And as always, the youngest one in here, man, definitely came in. Who won the race? I said Jake. He's like, yeah, all right, there's my man. Always cheering you on. It's always good to see. But yeah, I got a lot of stacked competition here now. A lot of these guys out here can't take anything away. It seems like it's getting a little harder and harder for you to win them here. I mean, you know, what's your feeling about some of the competition out here this season?
Great. It's getting better, and I like it. It's pushing me to new limits. It's helped me find out what I'm missing in these cars. Last night, I still didn't figure out much from last night with how to save tires at this track, but I figured out a little bit. We just need to be easy because long runs here could be longer than usual. We usually do 30 laps, and here with the fuel load a little bigger, we could probably go and stretch it to almost 40 laps. So you really just had to save tires, and it's always been that way with this track, and I think I learned a lot tonight. But the competition is definitely getting more intense, and that's a good thing. It pushes us all to new limits that we haven't really seen before here. So yeah, overall it's pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, again, hey, you pulled it off here under the lights, Charlotte Motor Speedway for ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Ain't got anybody out there you want to thank, Jake?
Of course, everyone at OSR Network, everyone at Extreme Motorsports 99, the whole Solar Flare bunch. We don't really have a team name, so I'll just call us that since that was our old team name, but all of them. We ran good. Sifford, it's disappointing to see him get wrecked late, especially that late into the race. You do all those laps and then have something go wrong that late into the race. Dwayne, I think he had troubles earlier on and was just hanging on, and then it blew up for him. But no matter what, great run here for the throwback, the X-Side Jeff Burton throwback. It was lightning fast, for sure. We're trying to set a new streak here. I think we've got 5 in a row total, 3 in the Cup, 2 in Xfinity. So we're trying to create a new streak this season.
All right. Well, you're definitely on the right bandwagon there, and we definitely did catch the throwback paint scheme tonight. So again, congratulations for winning this thing here tonight. We're under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. Winner tonight, Jake Nichols. All right, well, I'll tell you what, man, that's he knows the competition is growing here, Davis, and it definitely was a thriller. Again, here, I mean, Charlotte has shown some great races this week so far. You got any final words on it?
It really was, and we've seen them battling all race long, and just what a finish, what a race, and we talk about it every single week that these drivers are the best in iRacing, and they're proving that this season.
No doubt about it. And again, from Charlotte, North Carolina, it has been an awesome one here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. These guys definitely put on a show last night, tonight, did it in the Truck Series the other night. Well, for myself, Joe White, Davis Richards, Ethan Kurtz down on pit road, everybody here, we're going to leave here from Charlotte and head out. We'll be in New Hampshire next week. Until then, everyone, have a good night.